Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up, what up? It's episode 36 of the Jam and Nacho show. It's your boy Jam T and my best friend, co-host, Slug-a-Dug, Deep Throat, I'm joking, best friend, Nacho.
What? What?
I was trying to say throating Avenger because, like, you avenged the girls of Deep, but it's too long of a joke now.
What? I'm so confused. Listeners, viewers, what's going on? I don't know what T smoked earlier today.
Nothing.
He's suffering some pain. I don't know what's going on.
It is episode 36 for your boys over here at the Jam and Nacho Show, your favorite podcast. I know you guys listened to episode 35.1 and 35.2. We had to break those episodes up because we talked for a while, so we gave you two episodes. So you got two extra episodes for your liking, and now you're back with us listening to your boys. So, Notch, how's the week been going? Before,
Man, week.
oh.
It's been weeks, listeners. We're. I think before we even our last episode, a lot of stuff's happened and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, before we weren't even in March Madness, and we're already out to
No.
the Elite Eight, dude.
Lead 8. Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, freaking stupid ass Duke won today. I was wearing my Carolina shirt earlier, and I was like, I'm not gonna wear this.
I
Like,
couldn't wear it.
it's
After
just
they
sad.
lost, I was just like, I can't wear any NC stuff right now. I'm like, this is whack. Like,
Dude, I
I'm
can't
so disappointed.
stand how good Duke is. I can't stand how good
Duke's
Duke
pretty
is.
good. Duke's pretty good.
Like all these other teams that are
Yeah.
playing, like they played today against Texas Tech, and they just look so much more dominant,
Yeah.
bigger, just bigger body
Yeah. They got a better
players.
better squad. They got the speed. Everybody's healthy. Like, yeah. They
Yeah,
just,
man.
yeah. So yeah, March. Did you even do a bracket this year?
I did.
You did?
I did. I actually did pretty good, but
Okay.
I did about four brackets. I had Houston, Kentucky, um, I think I had Auburn winning one, and of course I had
Okay.
North Carolina. My
Mm-hmm.
those were like I did it correctly. They said do one by your heart, which was my North Carolina one,
Mm-hmm.
which I knew wasn't going to win, but at the same time they
Yeah.
said do one by stats, do one by the eye, and
Uh-huh.
then do one that everybody else is like doing. And the one that I think that I had Houston winning, I'm in the like top 500,000 like
Oh shit.
range, so not
Okay.
in the millions. All my other ones are like, oh, you're doing good. You're 1.2 million. I'm like, yeah, that's 1.2 million, but this
I'm
one's
just
like
a drop in the
500,000.
bucket.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Once a lot of upsets, which is pretty cool and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
for
not too
past
many
weeks I've been
though. There really wasn't really no Cinderellas.
not really Cinderellas. You had
Yeah.
some upsets, but not anything major.
Yeah.
What was that one school? There was one school that was just crazy. There, some random freaking New York school, and their
Oh, okay.
mascot was a pug terrier, one of those
It wasn't
pugs.
St. Mary's?
Was it St.
St.
Mary's?
Mary,
The
because St.
Terriers? Or
St. I don't even know, because I know they have the nun that comes to every tournament that they're in.
no, I
It
don't think it
wasn't
was St.
them.
Mary's.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Listeners,
but
if you guys
it was
know, let
good.
us know. Let us know what team that was.
The only reason I know that is because Ronnie has the same dog, and we were like
Oh.
rooting for him. We watched it, and I was like, dude, if they win, you got to get the hat. Like, but then I went to
Hmm.
the school stores, man, for a fucking polo. They wanted like $250. I was like,
What
fuck
the
you, dude.
fuck?
I was
What
like,
is
this is crazy.
what is it made out of?
That's what I was saying. It's made out of the damn pug,
Balenciaga actually makes their clothes.
pretty much.
$200
But it was a
polo.
it was a private school, and they shouldn't have been in there. So I'm pretty sure it was. They were
Yeah,
like,
they're
oh,
trying to make some
you
bread.
guys could afford it.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, it's been pretty crazy, dude. Spent a lot of time outside. Weather's starting to warm up, which is freaking amazing.
Yes.
Allergies are killing me.
Hmm.
The other day, uh, the Blaze Star was supposed to explode, and I stood up all night, and it didn't do that. So fuck that star. Pissed me off.
Gotcha, bitch.
A lot of stuff's happened up in the sky. We had the eclipse this morning,
Oh yeah,
which I didn't wake up for. We
there's been a
had the
lot.
Blaze Star, which was supposed to explode, and it didn't. So November 10th, it should
It was
happen.
crazy
And
too
then,
that you say that. Sorry. I was looking because usually behind our house, I usually see um Mars, Ursa Minor, Ursa Major, and stuff. But it flipped. I thought it was Scorpio.
It's all on this side.
Right. I thought it was Scorpio,
Yep.
and I looked because it looked like Scorpio, and then I seen Jupiter, and then it was Mintakis. I was like, oh shit, because it's the dude
Yeah.
with the knife. I was like, oh damn,
Yeah.
this is crazy. I was like, damn, we're shifting right now.
Yep.
I was like, that's pretty sick because all the time we always see Ursa Minor, always.
Yep.
But no, I was like, oh shit, never mind. We're switching.
It's crazy when I was starting astrophotography. So at the beginning of winter,
Mm-hmm.
um, let me do my correct. So north, no, more southeast,
Okay.
southeastish
Okay.
is where Orion mm, basically
Okay.
stood in the
Okay.
sky
Yeah.
for the whole time during
Yeah.
winter. So it was great. It was up in the
Yeah.
sky. It was right there. It was dominant, and you could definitely see Orion and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then now Orion is just so quick how fast because it's closer to the horizon, and it just stays from the southeast. But by the time like midnight, where it was prominently dead dead right above us. Now
Yeah.
it's like all the
All
way
behind
out over
us.
the
Mm-hmm.
mountains.
Yep.
So it's crazy how like winter and summer, which makes sense. I had to look it up myself because this is the first year I've been doing astrophotography, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck? Why is it like? And there were like all the like places that I follow and all these people that I follow that do it. They're like, tell Orion goodbye, tell next year, and I was like, damn it! It's like I still didn't get a good photo of it.
Find Orion's belt. Till next time.
Tell next time, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It's
as you see your boys, we're dripped in Nuggets gear right now. We're Colorado boys. So we got to pay the bills. It's your favorite podcast out here in Colorado, Gem and Nacho Show. For those of you that are seeing our faces, seeing our gear on YouTube, a great platform. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, chat in the comments. We'd love to see the comments up there. We see spikes in numbers when it comes to the shorts. We love to give y'all little snippets. Tell your friend to tell a friend to go watch some more. Listening to our voices on your favorite audio podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, Chatbox, Radio Public, what have you. Please make sure you guys subscribe to our channels and leave a comment because 5 stars is recommended. But just say what's true to your heart, even if it's a fuck you. At least it was true. Just tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell us what we need to improve. Tell us what we need to do better. What you want to hear more. Whatever. Hit the Cool Attire shop. There's some new waves of new clothes up there. We're gonna have some new merch. Notch and I are trying to build a pirate ship. I don't know about y'all. Like we're trying to build like Noah's Ark. Cause I'm tired of this shit. We trying to go to Portugal. We try to go to New Zealand. But yeah, we're building funds to bring our families and the cool ones on the ship so we can head out of America, out of ghetto Earth or ghetto America, whatever you want to call it these days, with a lot of shit happening in the news. um,
I'm trying to see the new Gulf of America, listeners. Apparently, there's a new ocean out
there's
there,
some new ocean. It
or
was just
whatever you want to
created.
call it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was just created
brand new,
out of
brand
it.
spanking new.
Yeah, new. Damn, son, where'd you get that from? But
But yeah,
anything
like T
else?
said, make sure that you like, subscribe, share. Definitely share. Get the word out. That way, more and more of you guys could hear all our stupid shit that we talk about, and then
Yeah.
when we're done with it, we sit there and we reminisce and be like, "Oh, we shouldn't have said that," but we still do
It's already
because they ain't
recorded.
stopping us.
They ain't stopping
They
this
hate us
bitch.
because it ain't us.
This train is full steam ahead. Okay.
Hate us because they ain't us.
Mm-hmm. So,
Fuck's that ain't us got to do with it? Ain't us.
ain't us. Ain't. So, as per usual, I got some real or fake news, Notch. Listeners, real or fake news. Most of the time, they've been real. So, it kind of blows your mind when you find out they're real. And, maybe Chat GPT made them. But we're going to get into these. And the last two, I have some crazy ones that have a crazy plot twist. So, those two are real, just to say the least. So, man robs a salon shop only to be taken down by the owner who is a black belt and used as a sex slave for 3 days.
I did see that. It was a woman, but I don't know if she was a black belt.
She
I didn't
was a
read
black
that.
belt.
I read that she was robbed and she manhandled him and then took him and used him as a sex slave. I read that shit.
So
That shit's crazy.
she only fed him Viagra for 3 days,
That's
Viagra and
fucked up.
water, and so she tied his ass up on the fucking furnace and just had her way with her. Soon as just so
I
she
want to
can,
play a
she
game.
was she was doing a citizen's arrest, but a citizen's reverse cowgirl, and did him a
She's
favor,
all, I'm gonna teach him a lesson today.
teaching him. He was
Fucking
raw.
this is my shop. I'm peaky, motherfucker.
Say it again.
You trying to
Say
rob
something.
me?
Oh,
Say another word. Oh, it's over.
you did this too,
Day Day, this
Roach?
your cousin,
Yeah, that's my cousin.
and you
You
fired.
fine too. Bring your ass in here and get butt naked. Yeah, she raped him, whatever you want to call it, the R word, whatever it happened, fed him only fucking just Viagra. But the crazy thing afterwards, soon as he learned his lesson, she let him go. What did he do? He ran to the fucking police, confessed that he tried to rob her, and then said that he kidnapped her. Well, then the police showed up at the salon, and she goes, "That fucking asshole. Yeah, we screwed around and we had sex for multiple days, but I fed him, I bought him new pants, and I even gave him $1,000 to go do whatever he needs to. He's a fucking asshole." So
Sounds like a life lesson to me. I don't know. Like,
he played the
put him on the straight and
victim.
narrow.
He played the victim. He's like, "This bitch raped me. Oh God. Oh, she did this. That fucking asshole. I gave him $1,000, clothed him, fed him, and gave him a
I
good
actually know
time."
we were dating. Oh hell no, we weren't dating.
I was like, "This is terrible."
Damn, I
Fucking
didn't read all
lady.
that. I knew that that happened, but I thought she just. Then it kind of comes down to like, do they both get in trouble?
I
Like,
think so.
well,
I think she gets like
she didn't press
assault.
charges, so
Yeah.
she would be the only one. I mean, he didn't really technically rob her.
Yeah, that's true. But she
Yeah,
did beat
so
his
only she
ass.
would get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Um, this one. Man donates his mom's body to Arizona Research Center for Alzheimer's research, then finds out her body was sold to the military.
that one's true also because I remember that happening.
It is fucking true. It happened in
Yeah.
2019.
Hmm.
Gentleman, his mom passed. He donated her body. The place where he donated her ended up selling her body for $6,000 to the military. They used the bodies to see how they would last in a bomb.
Hmm.
What
I
the
remember that.
fuck? What the
Yep.
fuck? What the
Which is crazy to
fuck?
think, even if they were just sold that way, cadavers were sold that way, like the military does that with, like somewhere the military is getting bodies
Mm-hmm. Yep.
prior to this being
Yep.
used. Like
Yep.
somebody is saying, oh, we don't need these bodies. Oh, they're unidentified. We'll just put them in unmarked graves,
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote. And then they get shipped to the military.
It's fucked up. I'm like, we're doing that to our own kind. Like, these people need closure. Like, I'd be fucking damned. Like, let me go to the Alzheimer's Research Center and let me get my money back plus some. Or I'm gonna start
Yeah.
running people. I'm gonna start running people. Um, this next one is pretty much just the headline or the little paragraph to talk about it. In 1915, a woman was late to her sister's funeral. When she arrived, she demanded that her sister to be lifted out of the coffin so that way she could see her one last time. Upon opening the coffin, then reportedly, the woman who everyone thought was passed away sat up and smiled. She lived for another 47 years.
It's true.
What
I don't
the
know if she lived
fuck?
for another 47 years, but I
Something
know
like
that's
that.
true.
But
And
yeah.
that's happened multiple times, which comes
Mm-hmm.
out to the, oh, what is that? Old, God, hold on. Well, you discuss it. There's an
Okay.
old saying.
Okay, yeah, that I thought that was the craziest shit ever. But it makes me think like, why wasn't the sister there for it? And then for her to be like, lift this shit up. I want to see my sister. or like she was away because she couldn't handle it. But then she comes and sit up. I'm like, what the hell? But it was in 1915, so I mean, they were doing crazy shit back then.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah.
What was it?
Okay. So the common phrase that we use, "Saved by the Bell," is actually because of that. So back in the
Uh,
day, they used to put what they used to make what were called safety coffins,
hmm
and it would have a bell up at the top
Oh
and
yes,
a
yes.
string
hmm
just in case that happened, and that's where the Saved by the Bell thing comes into play.
hmm
But yeah, it's happened multiple times to where they had to design because not only that, but people fear they have that fear of, oh, what if I'm not dead and my
hmm
body is just
Yep.
yeah,
Well, it's just like that movie Serpent and the Rainbow. That movie, have you
yeah,
seen? Oh my God, that was
yep,
that. That's based off of real shit. Like they were literally using blowfish toxins as a form of
hmm
anesthesia, and then putting it on these subjects, and they thought they were dead, roaming around places, and they're actually
yep,
alive. I'm like, what the fuck?
yep.
Mm. So the last two
There's
stories.
actually a
Oh,
show
okay.
that I was going to talk about. It's called Uncommon Goods, but I'll talk about it. Or uncommon side or common side effects.
Unkind
Sorry.
side effects. I have it saved. It's the
Dude,
cartoon
it's
joint,
called
right?
Common Side Effects. It's
Okay.
amazing.
Okay.
We'll talk about it on TV
Okay.
shows,
Because
but
I want,
in
yeah.
there they use that blowfish in that show. So
Okay, because I just seen that the other night. I was watching something on Twitter. I was like, this looks like a crazy show. It's season two, so I'm like, okay, let me save this.
no, it's on fucking season one, and their
Oh, is
stupid
okay.
HBO where they only release one episode every fucking
Oh,
Sunday,
we're
and it's only 22 minutes. And then if you don't pay for the non-commercials, it turns into a fucking hour for only 22 minutes of a show.
we're
It
back
pisses me
to the
off how
dark
long.
ages. We're
Yeah.
back to the dark ages. Where
Yep.
we
We're back
lived
to
through.
commercials.
We lived through. So
Freaking ridiculous.
there's a gentleman by the name of Joe. He was a decorated military man, just like his brother. And his dad always told him, "You're going to be the best. You're going to be the president of the United States one day. You're going to do all this crazy stuff." Well, come to find out, him and his buddy, they had to do this task where they were going to stop. I think it was Hitler, and they were on a plane. It was kind of a suicide mission if they didn't time dropping the plane in enough time for them to jump out to safety. And they ended up going through it, all this crazy stuff, and they got into the plane. They had their plan. They already worked everything out. Come to find out, they didn't realize that America had already backed off everything and the war was over. They didn't know. They didn't get recon or they didn't get any details saying it was over because they were already gone. They jumped out and they fucking died in the airplane. Years later, his brother becomes president of the United States. Do you know who his brother is?
It was Bush, right?
John F. Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy.
His brother
Oh
was
no, yeah,
John
we
F.
were talking
Kennedy.
about this. Yeah.
John F.
Yep.
Kennedy is his brother, and then he fucking dies. And so
Yeah.
they're trying to say like that family was destined for curses, and it was
Yeah.
something happened with that whole family, but the dad was very wealthy. So what happened as to why the whole family has been cursed for so long? And then you had the son that died, and when he was going for presidency, and he dies in the airplane, like all this crazy shit. So like yeah, that was the Kennedy family. The
Kennedy
next,
family is definitely cursed,
they're super cursed. They are super cursed. Like
which is weird because fucking what's his name, R.F. Kennedy's
RFK.
here, acting like a fucking dum dum.
I just yeah, it's interesting. I want to see
He
how
says
his
some good
reign.
stuff. Like I love that for what is it called for EBT food
Oh
stamps.
yeah, food stamps. Yeah.
He wants to get rid of artificial flavorings and toxins. But it's
Okay.
like, bro, why just EBT though, dude? Like,
Yeah.
why not the
Why for
whole fucking
everybody?
United States, dude? Like, I
Yeah.
don't. Well, first off, like, if you're trying to say that on people that can't afford food that have to use that
hmm
live unhealthy more than rich people is absolutely
Yeah,
a
that's a little
lie. Because
crazy.
I don't care what anybody says. I saw his ass drinking a fucking Fanta soda, and I know he didn't get that shit from Europe,
No.
so that's just all straight chemicals.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's the difference between you and
He's very
a
hypocritical.
person that can afford? Yeah,
Yeah, he's very
I'm like,
hypocritical.
and then at the same time, I'm like, yeah, cool, take it away from them, so all of the people that can't afford it get healthy, and your dumbass eats all the fucking
Hmm.
toxins and shit. I'm all for it. Fuck it.
Right. Just go ahead.
Like,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
good luck with that.
Yeah, it's crazy because as you say that, so like I had to go to the doctor because I had a check this year, annual check, and I have a new NP. She's amazing. She's very thorough. Um, I've been feeling so freaking tired for a couple years now, and I thought it was low T, like low testosterone and stuff. Thought it was thyroid, all this crazy stuff, plus anxiety. Come to find out, I am severely deficient in vitamin D. I'm at a 10 and I should be in the 30s. And like I'm taking like a high dose units of freaking vitamin D and it's fucking crazy. I'm like, that's what it was? I was like, my low T's fine, thyroid's fine. Like, and it's just like I don't know, like I need more freaking sun. That's why this year I'm like, bro, I'm getting on my fucking
Hmm.
mountain bike. Like I'm going
Yeah,
for jogs more. Like I'm gonna have to be topless. I need more vitamin D, man. Like I need more melanin going on. And
I
it
think
just
that's a
yeah.
big problem with a lot of once you get into that age to where you
Hmm.
don't think you have time to do all that stuff. It's not like you don't have time, we're just so
You just gotta
tired.
make
But
time. Yeah.
but think about like when we were kids, dude, we were constantly outside.
Always
The
outside.
other thing that we're low on that a lot of people don't know is magnesium.
Yep.
A lot of people are low on
Yep.
magnesium and
Yep.
potassium and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So like I have this magnesium mix that I drink daily. That's
Hmm.
actually what's in here.
Okay.
Shit's fucking tart as shit because it's like lemons, but and I try to eat a banana a day and then vitamin D. But dude, when I was a kid, I was chugging down milk, and now I'm just like, oh, dude, milk is.
Mm-mm.
I only use milk with my cereal, but
Yeah,
sometimes I don't even do
exactly.
that. I
I'm just
just
like,
eat it dry.
ugh. Hmm. I can't do
Yeah,
milk
definitely.
anymore. Mm-mm.
It's
So
definitely one of
yeah,
those things. But it's also what I don't know if I explained it to you, but sometimes I feel like because I eat healthier, how much of the stuff that I'm missing is in that artificial shit
right.
that I'm like, fuck, dude. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't eat all
Mm-hmm.
these sweets and candy,
Mm-hmm.
is that why I don't have this like type of energy? Or
Mm-hmm.
same thing, because I stop eating as much red meats now and I just eat a
Mm-hmm.
lot of turkey and seafood.
Yep. Yep.
Um, red meat and all those hormones and all that stuff. Am I like
Mm-hmm.
missing out on that
Yeah.
to where I feel
You know
like
what's
this?
crazy? So my coworker, my boss, he said his dad ate healthy all the time. He was on vitamins, he did everything, and then he died. He's
Hmm.
94. His mom, on the other hand, just eats
I mean,
like
94 is a
crap.
good
Oh,
life.
absolutely, absolutely.
I was
But
like,
like,
I was 94 and you get to live that long and you're healthy. Like,
yeah.
I'm not complaining.
And
Like,
then,
shit,
but then, like
sign me up.
with him seeing his mom and how she ate for
Hmm.
such a long time, like
Yeah.
she eats bad. Like she's still alive. She eats so bad, and he's like, Dad was on all these pills and this and this, and you go to your checkups, like everything's cool. Like
Yeah.
keep beating your
It's
tortas.
that story.
Hmm.
Somebody, that young man that's doing triathlons and eating healthy
Hmm.
just randomly
Yep.
dies, and then you've got people that smoke and
Yep.
drink and do caffeine and they live the
And they
longest, and
forever.
or
Yeah.
they'll get cancer and they're just like, nah, I don't even care, and then it just disappears.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, damn,
It's crazy.
putting all those chemicals, does that really like fuck it up so much that even the cancer cells are just like, no, God, we
Ah!
can't even deal with this stuff.
What is
Like,
this
fuck
shit?
this.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go away. But yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
No.
So the last story, and then Natch has a question for us. It was the President Bush one where he was on the airplane, same thing
Mm.
happened, and he jumped out, but all of his people that were in his platoon, they got captured, prisoner of war is in Japan. They fucking ate them. Like they had a guy who was he was the general and he had a surgeon on board and he was like, I want to, and he was a fucking psycho. He was like, I want to see what more we can do to these Americans. So they would tie him up and then one time he like cut off a dude's thigh, and he was like, "Let's cook this." So the surgeon like cooked it up, and they go, "Wow, that's really good." And they just started eating them and just kept going like it was a sick fucking ritual. Those guys actually got tried when the war was over by their appointing officer or whatever, and the person who survived was George Bush Senior. And every day of his life, he felt just like that survivor's remorse, that all that crazy stuff. And if he wouldn't have jumped, he would have been captured. He would have died. Jeb wouldn't have been born. George Jr. wouldn't have been born, and that whole Bush legacy would have been gone. Like
Yeah,
crazy shit, crazy timeline shit. But butterfly effect, you know.
definitely.
So,
That
what's
kind
your
of sounds
question?
it kind of sounds similar to that whole like Kennedy, because they both like both of those presidents,
Mm-hmm.
how that happened to the families,
Yep.
how they say Lincoln and Kennedy are so
Mm-hmm.
commonly, they
Yep.
have so many commons and true statements and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like both names have 7 letters. They were
Yeah.
both elected to Congress, then presidency. They're
Mm-hmm.
both assassinated. Um,
Yep. Because
so
you had something
that's
happen to
pretty crazy.
your family too back in the day.
Oh yeah, I was telling T earlier that my family, so we come from the New Mexico area, like the Raton area, and I got to figure out if it's great great grandfather. That
Okay.
would be it, right? If he was my
It should be a
grandfather's
great. Yeah.
grandfather.
It should be great. Great.
Yeah, great great
Mm-hmm.
grandfather. So my great great grandfather, when he was a kid, he was like probably 14. He worked in the mines with his dad and his grandfather and his brother. But he was working in the mine and he got one of his fingers cut off, like completely cut off. So they sent him home, and then he was supposed to work the next day with our whole family. Remember, grandfather, our grandfather, father, and brother. So he's missing a finger. They sent him home. He's supposed to work the next day, and his mom, or yeah, I guess it would be his mom, or somebody told him, you're not going to go there because of all the dust. You don't want to get that
Mm-hmm.
infected. Well, that day, that mine collapsed and killed everybody in that mine, including his
So
dad,
fucking
his grandfather,
crazy.
and his brother, which he was supposed to be there. So
Mm-hmm.
butterfly effect or
So
angel or
crazy.
some
Yeah.
fucking angel was just like, dude, I can't get your attention. Fuck this, cuts his finger off, and he's
You
just
know
like,
what? You know what?
you ain't going to work.
Mm-hmm. That's
That's
so
crazy. Yeah, there's a
crazy.
mine. I forgot the name of it. I'll have to figure it out. But yeah, the names are right there. That's my family.
That's so crazy though. Like just
Could have
thinking
could have
crazy stuff.
could have ended the line right there.
Right, right. You think
Yep.
about that, and it's like that grandfather paradox type
Hmm.
thing. Like, damn, like if these timelines didn't happen, and I find myself because I've been playing a couple games. I finished Until Dawn, where that one's like a butterfly effect type of game, and then I
Hmm.
just got a new one. It's called The Quarry, and it's kind of set up like camp wise, but you every decision you make change the fate of the game. And I think there's like 186 endings on how you
Hmm.
choose. And it's just like you see video games like that, and then you see your life, and you're like, fuck, like, what if I did this? What would the outcome be? What if I
Yeah.
didn't do what I chose to do right now, and where would I be? Like, it's, yeah, it's just crazy stuff.
It is crazy to think about that. That's why the whole what is it called? Time machine paradox.
Mm-hmm.
Like technically couldn't work if you think about it.
Yeah,
You would if you got a time machine, you would be better off going in the future than the
in
past.
the past, yeah.
Because in the past, if you even like breathe wrong, you just
Mm-hmm.
fuck up the whole
Yep,
timeline. Like
yep.
there's no, the way, if you go to the past and you do something, let's say you're like, oh, I'm gonna go and kill Hitler, which you can't do that.
Right.
But let's say, or baby Hitler, or I want to go in, like let's say I wanted to go and tell my mom not to eat healthy,
Mm-hmm.
so she
Mm-hmm.
didn't get kid cancer.
Right, right,
That would affect future me, which I am future me going to the past, which
right.
because it affects future me means I don't exist, which completely destroys me in the past. So then you just, yeah, and then
It's crazy.
it's all fucked up. You
Mm-hmm.
can't go. and
There's
do
no
all that
way.
stuff. So
There's
I would
even a
love to
Twilight
go and
Zone.
have a time machine and go and back and look at history, but
Yeah,
you can't
that's
do anything.
just to be impartial. Like, oh, like you have to be impartial and don't do anything. Like there was a
Like I was
Twilight
like,
Zone
dude,
episode, yeah,
yeah,
where he
I
went
would
back
love to
to
go back
see
there and be like,
Lincoln.
T, go back to Little T and Little Notch and go, yo, invest just a sheet of things to invest.
Yes.
Marijuana, Apple, Microsoft, fucking create a pop socket,
Hmm.
create the fucking fidget spinners
Buy
are the
Bitcoin.
little yeah, like the little bubble poppers that they use
Hmm.
for ADHD and stress and stuff like
Yep.
that. Like,
Yep. Yep.
but then
Open
it
up
just
that
like
restaurant you
fucks
guys
up the
talked
yeah,
about.
exactly. Like it just fucks up
Hmm.
the future, but then you can't go in the past if your future doesn't
Yep.
exist
Yep.
because you fucked it up.
Yeah, there was a Twilight Zone episode where a dude went and he was like, "What year is it?" And he was like in the '60s, but he went back when Lincoln, and he was in a hotel and he seen John Wilkes Booth, but John Wilkes Booth didn't tell him his name was John Wilkes Booth, and he goes. They trapped him and then something happened. He's like, the president's gonna die. He's gonna die at the Ford Theater. They're like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, you
shut
told me
up.
about that. Yeah.
Oh, just crazy shit like that. Yeah. Yeah, but it's true, man. Like,
Sit down, John.
listen to your woman, John. Calm
Listen
down.
to your woman, John.
I just watched that last night. I was like, let me just watch this one real quick. John,
Dude,
that is the
everything on
President
that
of the United States.
everything on that first episode is just absolutely a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Just everything.
Oh,
Because
Hamlet, Hamlet,
that one
Hamlet,
even
Hamlet,
has
Hamlet.
the has the dude, that deer totally wants you.
You want it.
You want it.
Oh, that fucking
Jeez.
episode, I swear. Oh,
Crazy as shit, dude.
it's such a good
Oh,
one.
man.
But you had a question for us and for the listeners.
Yeah, so I actually asked fun little question I want to ask you, T, but so it was just a fun little question I asked a few people, and they gave me some crazy answers. I wanted to go over it with you.
Okay.
But what is a food that everybody loves that you can't stand?
Beans.
Oh yeah, you don't like beans,
Oh,
dude.
absolutely. No, I can't do it. The
Like any
smell
beans?
when they clean them. No, no beans. Only green beans.
Damn.
Green beans because they're a pod. But
Or like
yeah,
that don't even count as a bean, does it?
no. Yeah, I don't know why they call them green beans, but yeah, no, I don't eat any beans, man.
Wait,
Nope.
maybe they would. Maybe I'm fucking tripping. What does a bean plant look like? It comes in a pod, right?
It's a pod. Green beans are a
Like pinto
pod.
beans, right? No, I mean like pinto
No.
beans.
Oh, pinto beans? I don't know.
Pinto bean plant. What is a fucking pinto bean plant look like?
Yeah.
It's in a pod.
It's in a pod too?
Yeah, they're all pods.
Hmm. I don't know.
Dude, why did I not know that? Like, what
I
the
didn't
fuck?
know. I don't know what the
Dude,
fuck I
now you
thought of.
know.
Today, I was today years old.
Now you know. Do, do, do. The more you know, the more you know. That's what it is. Oh,
Yeah,
dude, my allergies are killing me.
I would say beans, man. Um, you might have to come back to me on something.
So
What was your thought?
my two, I can't. Well, I don't eat it anymore at all. But I can't stand even when we were like in high school and
Hmm,
all that. I cannot
okay.
stand bacon.
Word?
Bacon is just like I can't stand the smell. I don't like the texture. It was at one point the United States was just too over obsessed. It was in fucking coffee. It was in candy. It was in
Okay.
ice cream. Them motherfuckers were putting
Donuts.
it in donuts and cakes,
Hmm.
and I
I
was just
feel
like, bro,
you.
this is too much fucking bacon.
I
Like
feel
the
you.
Baconator, which still exists. I'm like, dude, how is that fucking healthy? That
True.
Baconator, when I have a hamburger, I love a hamburger, right? But I
Hmm.
have to have onions. I don't like pickles, but I have to have onions,
Same here. I
lettuce,
don't really
tomatoes,
do
all the
pickles.
condiments.
Yeah.
But when you give me a hamburger that has three patties and then bacon, cheese, bacon, hamburger patty, bacon, and then bun, it's
That's a
like,
little
bro,
much.
that's the that's the fucking burger that they were selling in Boondocks that was killing people. Like,
That's what they sell in
like
Vegas. They call it the heart attack
yeah,
for a
like dude,
reason.
the cardiac burger or whatever it's
Ugh.
called. That's just
See,
crazy.
there's a dude a couple months ago here in Pueblo, um, died in the drive-through getting a burger.
Yeah,
And they,
that's
yeah,
crazy, dude.
died. I was like, damn, like I love burgers, man, but yeah, I'm with you there. Like, too much bacon is too much. Like, there's even times where I take that shit off. I'm like, damn, this is a lot of bacon, man. Like,
Dude, I can't stand it.
yeah, it's a lot of bacon, but
Which is good because
yeah,
it was easy for me to wean.
bacon's
The
good
only
for
part
me.
about weaning off of pork
Hmm.
is when I had to give it up in like my green chili, and
Oh,
I
okay,
used to love
okay.
chicharrones, or
Hmm.
pork rinds,
Yeah,
fucking pork rinds.
pork rinds are so bomb.
No, just can't even touch it. I remember the first year when I gave up pork, I was like, fuck yeah, I bought me a big old bag of pork rinds, the ones with the red hot powder on it, and then I got
Hmm.
me some Frank's Red Hot, and I just looked at it and I was like, I fucked up. I can't even,
I
I,
can't eat this.
I couldn't even eat this. I forgot.
You s- you
Um,
sound
but
like
my
that.
second one,
I was gonna say you sound like that kid that was on Family Swap who was like, "Now that's where I draw the line. Bacon's good for me."
uh, yeah, my second one was pickles. I can't do pickles.
See, I don't. I like sweet pickles, but any other
I
ones I can't do.
can't do butter pickles, spicy pickles. Ronnie, our boy Ronnie, he freaking freezes pickles and drinks the pickle juice and loves pickle shots. That's just, bro.
See,
And they say that pickle juice is actually healthy for you
it
too. And I
is
was like,
because it helps. It's better than doing what is it for cramps? There's something. It helps with cramps. It helps
Midol?
break down the lactic acid in your body.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, that cramps. I thought you meant like
Yes. No, no,
other
just like
cramps.
cramps legs and stuff like
Cramps.
that.
So like bananas,
Yep.
Gatorade.
Hmm. Yep.
Ugh. Dude, you know what? Now that I think about it, one thing that I can't stand, which it's funny because adults started drinking it more, was Pedialyte.
That's
Oh, dude,
nasty.
Pedialyte is
Pedialyte's
the
nasty.
grossest fucking thing
It's
in the world. I
nasty.
remember when we were
It's
kids and
nasty.
we used to get fevers, they used to
Hmm.
give it to us.
Yep.
Oh, dude, you couldn't
No.
pay me.
No.
My
No.
my old store manager, he'd come back to work, and this is just, we don't, none of us work for Best Buy anyway, but
Uh,
he would come come into work with a hangover, and I'd go in the office and the lights would be off. He'd be laying on the floor, rag over his eyes. This is the store manager, and he's like, "Dude, can you handle this?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got lunch," and then he would crack open a Pedialyte. Just, oh, I just, no, dude.
See, ginger ale is the ginger ale and Gatorade. Like, ugh,
I
fuck
love ginger ale.
Pedialyte. Ugh, ginger ale's so good. Mm.
Ginger ale's like the shit right
You know
there.
what else? What else people love that I hate? Prime drinks. They're disgusting.
Aren't they super bad for you?
They're supposedly the kids love them. Like all
They
the
love them
kids
because
love
of
them.
fucking Paul and Mr. Beast.
I don't support them.
Which is
I
weird because Mr. Beast is so like oh,
yeah.
health conscious, and his chocolates
Hmm.
like gathered like humanely and stuff like
But
that. There's no children
I thought it was
slavery.
I thought it was low Paul and somebody
KSI or whatever.
else. Yeah, one of
Yeah,
those.
it
I
is.
thought they create. Okay.
But
Ugh.
Mr. Beast is like when you get his Mr. Beastable
Hmm.
Lunchable packs,
Uh-huh.
it comes with the Prime.
Oh,
He partnered with Prime. They're all friends.
they're
Yeah,
disgusting. The prime drinks
yeah.
are so gross. Ugh.
But let's go into some of the ones that our listeners told me about.
Okay.
So, one that I was cracking up about because I really don't care about for it either, but I'll
Hmm.
eat it. Is she said In and Out.
They're okay. In and
Again,
out's okay.
yeah. I think I was excited when In and Out was a thing where I could only get it in Vegas, and now it's everywhere, and
Yeah.
the lines are just like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm
It's
not
done.
for it.
There.
It was
Well.
fun when I would go to Vegas and I was drunk, and
Hmm.
it was like, oh, we're gonna go get In and Out, and it was like an experience. But now I'm just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's not that. It's okay.
I had spaghetti.
Really. I mean,
Hmm.
I wouldn't say it's loved unless you're Italian, but I like a good spaghetti.
So I'll give you my weird way. I only eat spaghetti if it has a lot of hot sauce, something that makes it hot, either
Really?
crushed chili or Tabasco
Okay.
sauce. But that's not even the weird part, because that just gives it a kick. I gotta have a kick with my shit.
Mm.
I drench that shit with fucking ranch dressing.
Oh,
I love spaghetti with. That's the only way I'll eat it. If you gave me a bowl of spaghetti and it's
okay.
just straight spaghetti, I can't eat it that way. I have to put ranch in it. I have to
So
put ranch.
in a way, it's
It's like
kind of
pizza.
like pizza. Yeah, I can. Okay,
Exactly.
I can see that. See, and I used to do this shit. I would put syrup on my eggs.
See, we used to all do that when we used to go get the breakfast burritos.
Yeah, we did.
Remember? We used to go get those and we would drench it with fucking syrup.
So bad, so bad.
I'm okay with that. Like
Yeah,
that's
okay.
like a breakfast. That's just your
Yeah,
bread. Like
you're right. You're
it
right.
makes it a
It's
pancake
all
with eggs
together.
and stuff. It's
Yeah,
basically um what are those things at McDonald's?
like a McGriddle.
McGriddle. There you
Oh,
go.
I love
That's all it
McGriddles.
is.
So my bad thing that I used to do when we were growing up, I would have three Krispy Kreme donuts and I would drink a Monster and I go straight to bed.
See, that's
Fucking horrible.
I know we've talked about this, but I think the worst thing that we used to do is every time we would go play basketball, we'd get two black and milds, one for before, one for after.
Yeah,
Granted, we're fucking running down the court like
yeah,
not bullshitting running
yeah.
down, like we're hardcore
We're
like
fucking
fucking
going.
running down the courts. And we'd get Gatorades and a bag of Lifesaver gummies.
Yep,
The gummies.
yep.
Dude, how the fuck
Hey,
you if you give me a black and mild to smoke, which would be hard in the first place, and then told me to run up and down the court,
there's no way.
I'd probably make it halfway,
There's no
collapse, and
way.
then try to put lifesaver gummies in my life
There's
or in my mouth.
no way.
I'm
There's
probably
no
dying
way.
right there.
There's no way. I don't
With
understand
some
how.
Gatorade, and we used
Yeah,
to drink Gatorade like it was fucking water.
yeah. I mean, I still drink. I don't drink Gatorade that much. Only like
I,
after I work out
dude,
hard, or if like
yeah.
after I mountain bike and I'm like, shit, I
Mm.
need the calories and the electrolytes. I go in like,
At Best Buy, we sold Powerade, so every day I would get one of those macadamia nut cookies,
oh
or
yeah,
no, the bars,
okay,
those Cliff bars, the
mm-hmm,
macadamia chocolate.
yeah.
The one bar of those and a beef jerky and a Powerade. That was my breakfast every fucking day,
Mm. The way we ate, man.
dude.
The way we ate.
I had somebody say bananas.
Okay, now bananas are debatable, where it's like they're all yellow, there's some green, they like it where they're brown.
I can't stand when they're brown, dude.
I can't do it when they're brown. And when they're super,
I
super green, ugh, they have to
super
be like
super
in the
green.
middle.
Yeah, I have to have it where it's still semi-green getting into that
Yeah.
yellow. The
Hmm.
moment it starts turning brown, I'm like, fuck,
Yep.
dude, this is just straight sugar.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't
this is
stand it.
straight sugar.
I had onions.
Okay, I can see why people don't like onions.
I didn't like onions when I was growing up. I love them now. I
Really?
love onions and garlic, man. I could
See,
eat
I
it all day.
see. I grubbed onion rings when I was a kid. Love onion rings. Yeah.
I could see like raw onions. A lot of people can't stand that. Cooked
Mm,
onions, they could do, but I
yeah.
love onions no matter what.
Yeah.
I had somebody say Taco Bell.
Yeah, I can see that. Fuck Taco Bell. Sorry. We ain't getting paid by them. We had to wait 2 hours to get some Taco Bell the other day,
Oh
Notch.
yeah,
Remember?
fuck that place.
We talked about
I
that
don't even
on
think
a couple episodes
did we
ago.
talk about that?
We
Yeah,
did, where
okay.
the dude dropped the
Fuck that
drink
place.
and got on the shoes. I was
Yeah.
like, no, man, I'm more worried about you dropping your food.
This was more somebody did say this and I agree with it to a point.
Okay.
Chocolate.
Oh, okay.
When I was growing up, I hated chocolate.
Really?
Hate it.
Chocolate!
Hate chocolate. My mom for Easter would always give us the chocolate bunnies, and
Hmm.
she would give me the white chocolate or the vanilla or some like alternate one.
Oh,
I
okay.
just couldn't stand it. But now I eat the dark. I love dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate's really good. Yeah.
Dark chocolate's really really good. Milk chocolate I
Oh,
can't really do, but dark chocolate I love.
oh, sweet chocolate. I remember it. I always hated it. You're selling chocolates. Fucking SpongeBob.
That's what
Ma,
I was thinking
they're
of.
selling chocolates. What? They're selling chocolates.
We have fish.
Okay,
I
there's
love
enough.
fish,
I
man.
fucking love fish too.
dude, you couldn't get me to eat a fish. Sorry, I like saltwater fish.
Okay. Okay.
I can't do freshwater.
No,
The
no, no, no.
I will not eat salmon.
Salmon's so good though.
I fucking cannot stand salmon, dude. But if you give me ahi tuna,
Okay.
you give me swordfish, you give me flounder,
Snapper. Mm-hmm.
snapper, all that
Yeah.
stuff, dude, I will
Mm-hmm.
grub down on
Yeah.
it. But for some
Yeah.
reason, salmon is just too fishy for me.
No, see, trout's too fishy. I won't fuck
See,
with
and
trout.
one of my boys, he's a chef in California. He came over and they went up to 11 Mile and they brought back some trout. He cooked
Okay.
uh ceviche for me with trout. Bro, that was delicious. Because I was
Okay.
like, dude, I am not gonna like this. I don't like fishy fish. I was like, you can't do this, and he's like, just try it, try it, try it. There's a reason
Okay.
why he's a chef.
Okay. Okay.
You're a chef.
I
I get that.
see. Yeah.
Somebody threw down calamari.
What?
I love calamari.
Calamari's so good.
Fried.
Yeah.
I don't understand this one, but yeah, somebody said Twinkies.
I can see that. I really don't fuck with Twinkies either, though.
I don't eat them, but like if somebody gave me a Twinkie compared to like other things, I'd probably eat the
I
Twinkie.
really don't fuck with Twinkies. Mm-mm.
Like a snowball compared to Twinkie,
Don't
like
fuck with
it's
those
fucking
either.
Zombieland.
I don't fuck with those either.
So
Fucking
this one came from
snowballs.
that show makes me want to eat a snowball and go look for a Twinkie, kind of like White Castle. Like you watch it and you're just like, fuck, I need White Castle now. This one was actually from Ronnie. Ronnie does not, absolutely will not touch avocado, sour cream, and eggs.
What?
He
I'll have
fucking
all those
hates
together.
separate together. He will not touch them, especially eggs.
I eat
I
those
completely
together.
forgot that that dude does not touch eggs, and he told me, and I was just like, oh yeah, all three avocados, bro.
I get
I could eat
down.
avocados all day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yes, yes, yes. Fuck. Yeah.
Sour cream's delicious, and eggs are
Hmm.
beautiful,
Yeah, I just, come on,
beautiful
chef's
eggs.
kiss. Chef's kiss. Come on, Ronnie.
Seven, so $8. I'm still buying fucking packs of eggs.
I need some egg. I'm gonna start stealing them bitches and putting them in the cereal boxes.
Um,
Sorry, Jim.
so I only have a few more.
Okay.
I've got oysters and scalloped potatoes.
Scalloped potatoes are bomb. Oysters, not so much.
I love oysters.
So we did it. We had some in Cali, and I was like, I just swallowed a
Dude, I
booger.
love them. That's what I figured most people wouldn't like it.
Hmm.
It's because of the texture.
Yeah.
Dude, you put some lemon and some Tabasco sauce on there. Dude, I could eat those all day, all day. Um, we've got almond joys.
Almond joys are delicious.
I thought so too. I'm good with almond
Oh,
joys.
almond joys are
I
delicious.
gotta, I got, I love
Coconut and
coconut.
almond and
I love
chocolate? What?
almonds. I'll eat the chocolate. The
Sign me
coconut's
up.
where it's at.
Yeah, sign me
I
up.
love coconut. So two more
Okay.
raisins.
I used to back raisins when I was a kid. As an adult, ugh, get them
I
shits
can't eat
away
them
from
by
me.
themselves.
Pass me in a trail
Like
mix.
how you would have the boxes and we get
That's
those
how I
as
used
kids.
to
I
eat
can't do
them.
them.
That's how I used to eat them.
I love raisins when it's in my cereal.
Okay.
Like I
You
love
got that
that
old
stuff.
man raisin brand.
Yeah, dude, I love Raisin Bran, dude. I love Raisin Bran, Basic Four, anything like that. Like I'm good with that type of cereal.
Okay,
I'd be
okay.
just munching it dry.
Mm.
And the very last one, which, dude, I don't know why, but this one, I love it. Blue cheese.
Blue cheese is delicious. Especially on a
Fucking
wet
love blue cheese.
salad.
Bro, not even a blue cheese, what they call a black and blue hamburger.
That's delicious too.
Blue cheese with some deep fried onions with some A1 sauce.
That's making me fucking hungry. That makes me so hungry.
I get excited when Carl's Jr. drops their black and blue burger
Oh,
because it comes in. It's like seasonal. And when it comes out, I'm like, oh fuck, dude,
all
blue
right,
cheese is so
Notch.
good.
When it comes back out, we gotta go get one.
Oh, dude,
We
I'm
gotta go
down.
get
I
one.
love fucking
Yeah,
blue cheese.
that'll be our pre to going to White Castles.
Dude, one of these days I'm just gonna steal you from your family and be like,
Hey,
bro,
I'm cool
road
with
trip.
it.
Road trip, Erica. I don't care what you're saying. He's coming with me.
Sorry, we're leaving E. As you
We
so
got
before
a we got a big bag of weed, like a big bag of
big
weed,
bad
like a big bag of weed.
sir, it's the hospital.
Chocolate kisses. What?
Sexy.
So
He's like,
sexy.
I was gonna say before I go into the things that turn women off, I forgot one on things that turn men off. And as you were talking about cereal and how we just
Yeah.
eat cereal dry, remember that crazy bitch in the movie Get Out where she took a bite of the cereal and then she drank the milk out of the cup? I was like, that is psycho behavior.
No, I don't remember that
You
shit.
know, you got to see the scene. After we get off of this, you need to
She
Google
like
the scene.
in a
Yes,
drink and then
yep, she takes one piece of cereal, puts it in her mouth, drinks the milk out of a cup.
so the
Psycho.
cereal doesn't get soggy or what?
I don't know. The bitch is
I
psycho.
want that shit fresh.
That's why that
I get
movie.
my cereal and I got a cow and I take it straight from the
Ah,
teat. So it's fresh.
ah. Oh, got in my eye. So listeners, we gave you things that turn men off. Now, ladies, it is here for you. The things that turn women off, and some of these were hilarious. Some of these was like, okay, I get that. Um, this one says things that turn women off when he goes to pick up something from the floor and it rolls away or blows away, and he has to keep reaching for it. It's like, oh fuck, it
Wait,
turns
what?
him off. Yeah. So say you dropped a pen and you go to
Mm,
reach it and you miss it again, and you got to keep going back down for it. That's what
that's
turns
a
a woman
turn
off.
off?
That's a turn off.
I don't even
Apparently,
like,
yeah,
what?
yeah, exactly.
Damn. Get it on the first try, bitch.
I know
You
what the
fucked up my
fuck.
whole mood. I'm out.
You're not a man.
It's like a fucking chain reactions of just bad stuff that just like triggered like
Yep. Hmm.
the grunt, the bend over, you didn't bend with your knees, you didn't pick it up on the
It's like,
first try. What?
oh shit, oh
You
shit,
didn't, your veins weren't popping out when your muscles were.
right? This one says when he has no opinion about anything. I can see that.
I could see that too.
He's just
I
real
get angry
nonchalant.
about that too. With not in any
Hmm.
that that goes for women or women too,
Yeah,
because like
yeah.
fucking speak your mind. Tell me what you
Hmm.
want.
Yep. This one when he pees sitting down. Man, I got orthostatic hypotension. What you
Was
mean?
that
Like I
Erica?
get it. And here's another
Erica, what
thing.
the fuck?
Dude, I was going around with this one and why a lot of men sit down when they pee because they're usually just sitting down. We're not even taking a shit. We're just getting escape from the family. This is our time. The door's closed.
I'm
Like,
fucking. I'm busy.
I know you ain't in there on your phone. No, I'm taking a shit. Let me see. You don't need to come in here. Get out of here.
Playing battle shit. Shit.
Ah, you sank my battleship. Let's see. Oh, what turns women off? When they leave you on red for hours. Yeah, I can
That could
see
get
that.
annoying.
It
That definitely
can.
could get annoying.
It
It's
can.
one of those things that just it's those little things that I wish didn't exist, but they do.
Yeah, but they do. And
Like think about how
receipts. Yeah,
less stressed people would be if that didn't fucking exist, dude.
exactly.
Like how much anxiety to
Exactly.
put that on a list, and there's nothing wrong with it 'cause it bothers me too.
Hmm.
But to say that bothers you is just
Hmm.
it's not even first world problems. This is a fucking mental problem
Yeah,
that
it
they've
is. It
created.
is. And that's why
Fuck Apple.
ghosting, that's why
Fuck
ghosting is a
Apple.
real fucking thing. Like people have
Yeah.
trauma from ghosting.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yep, that's right. Hey, girl, girls, men. I mean, I feel you. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
we
don't
get
like
that
that
one.
shit either. It's as
But it
much as
shouldn't,
when they
and it's
say
just one of
pay.
those things. It shouldn't bother us, but it's there.
It's there because they're like,
Dude,
bitch,
coming,
I know you
yeah,
seen it. I know you seen
yeah.
it. I know you read it. Yeah, that's
Fucking
why.
read it and just get it like a K or an emoji
Hmm.
and it just say something.
That would piss
Speak your
me
mind.
off. Piss me off. Um, being rude to the waiter or waitress. That's a turn off. That's a turn
That's
off
a
for
turn
me
off.
too, bro.
That's definitely
Hell
a turn
no.
off.
Because it's like, man, like they gotta work here, we don't. We gotta eat here, they don't.
They mess with your food. Fuck that
Have you
shit. I
seen
ain't
the
fucking
movie
with anybody.
Waiting? I ain't fucking with this. Shout out to
Little
Ryan Reynolds.
alfalfa sprouts,
Or he's let's get him some garlic. Such that
some
shit.
garlic. It's fucking Dane Cook
A
and
fucking
you.
movie.
Fuck you.
Fuck
Yeah, what the fuck
you.
did I do?
A
You're the
fucking
worst of them
movie.
all.
I keep telling Erica to watch Waiting, and she refuses to watch it because it'll
Why
mess
won't
up
you
her
watch
whole.
it?
She says it'll mess up her whole perspective when we go to restaurants. I was like, I got you. I've seen it, and I've seen Requiem of a Dream.
I
Thanks,
I
Notch.
know I know fucking happens. Still gotta have it in your life. Oh,
Jesus
that's what I
Christ.
wanted to talk about. You reminded me. I need to write that down real quick, or I'll
Okay,
forget.
okay,
Where's my notepad? Where's my handy dandy notepad? Here's the mail, it never fails.
okay. Oh, look, it's our landlord. You're saying we're being evicted.
What was I gonna do? I just lost it. What was I gonna say?
Oh shit! About Requiem of a Dream.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Jeez, that's how bad. Like, fuck, man. Work on memory.
Number one. Let me see. What's the other one? Oh yeah, things that turn off women. When his bed is in the middle of the room. That's a psycho because he's been chaining motherfuckers in there. Like if it's in the middle of the room, like smack dab, like where it's not touching
Oh,
walls,
like it's not touching the walls at
it's
all?
not touching no
Who the
walls.
fuck? Wait, what? What kind of room do you have? First off, that means you're sleeping on a twin bed. That ain't right. Get yourself a damn queen at least.
Get your
What?
money up. Exactly. Uh, oh yeah, yeah. A turnoff for women when you go to follow a man on IG and all of his followers are OF girls and naked girls. He's a keeper.
He's a suitor. He's bona fide.
Oh, this one made me laugh. What turns women off? This girl said he had to use oven gloves to take hot food out of the oven. Bitch, that's what they're supposed to do.
Wait, what? Who the fuck? Fucking, I just got done watching this episode of Hell's Kitchen, or no, one of Gordon Ramsay's shows, and she gives him the plate, and she's wearing like a towel, and she's like, "It's hot, be careful." He's like, "It's all right, sweetie," and he just grabs it, and he's holding it, and I'm just like thinking, bro, those are chef hands right there. That
To
really tells
be,
you he ain't fucking around. Like she
yeah,
said, this is hot, and he grabs it, and is like that episode from How I Met Your Mother where she's like, "It's hot,"
it's
and
hot.
then it's Ted's birthday, and Lily's
Hmm.
like, and he's like, "Go ahead," and she touches it. She's like, "Ooh, that is hot." That's um, how are you fucking touching that shit? Like what?
Miss,
Was
how
that
would you
somebody's
want him
grandma?
to?
Because my grandma probably did some shit like that. She'd be making to our tortillas and just flipping them
Just
with her
oop.
fingers and shit. I'm like, what?
I was like, how did you want him to take that hot shit out of there? Like that's what ovens are. It's a
That's
it's a hazard.
oven mitt.
It's a
It
reason.
has the word oven in it.
It's for the kitchen. What the fuck? He
My
gave.
man's fingers don't have third-degree burns on him. He's not a suitor.
She just looked at him. You're a bitch. You took that out with no with oven gloves.
I gotta have burns on my fingers.
This one says, "What turned her off? When he gets emotional, he would say he's on his myriad. Yeah, that's some bitch
The
shit.
fuck?
That's some bitch shit.
His his Mary
His myriad
myriad.
instead of a period. His myriad.
Yeah. Oh, you just put an M instead of a P.
Yeah,
That's dumb. That's even dumb. Like you can't even say like man period or like
right.
what?
Bitch, I'm emotional. Okay, cry me a river. I got two more. Things that turn women off when a guy asks, "What's your Snapchat?" Snapchat's kind of like for the younger crowds,
I
you
get
know.
that. Yeah. I don't snap. Yeah. It's just a
Hmm.
weird one.
Yeah. The last one, it says, we were having sex and I asked him, "Whose kitty is this?" And he goes, "Yours, of course."
I had to think about that one
Yeah,
for a second. I was like, wait,
it had
what?
a register.
Damn
"Yours,
fucking
of
cats running
course."
around there? That was the PG version. Here's of course.
"Yours, of course."
We consented, right? This is. Do I need to get out and like what?
So what you got on the docket, Notch? You got some things to
No,
chat
so
on.
that's what I was gonna, before we
Yeah,
get into that, I
right,
wanted to
right.
bring this up because I saw something. Oh, so this new like filter where they're changing everything into like Ghibli Studios and
Oh,
stuff like that. Have you
yes,
seen where they
yes. I have
cartoon it?
seen it. Yeah.
So one of the cartoons popped up and it was of something that I personally hadn't seen. And I
Okay.
wanted to ask you, and there's two of them that specifically I haven't seen. And when you said Requiem for a Dream, you're
Okay.
like, thanks, Notch. I could have lived my life without seeing it. Everybody should see it. But there are two
Yes.
things that I actually haven't seen that everybody else has seen, and I wanted to see
Okay.
if you were in, if you had any.
Okay.
But I never saw two girls in a cup.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah,
You're
and that's the
lucky.
reason why is because it was it had a cup and a girl standing over it, and I didn't understand it. It was cartoon form, and I had to look at the comments, and I was like, oh, thank God I didn't recognize that. Like,
You're lucky.
yeah,
It's
so I've
one of
never
those
seen that.
things where like it's one time thing. Like I will never watch Django again. I will never watch 12 Years a Slave again. No,
You
that's
don't
one
like
time.
Django?
I love Django. Don't get me wrong, but it's one of those movies like, that was a little fucking crazy. I don't think I want to
It was
go again.
definitely intense, but like
Yeah.
I could see that with like 12 Years a Slave or the
Hmm.
new one that they just did
Emancipation.
was Emancipation.
Hmm.
Those are, I mean, they're good history. Um, or what's the Roots? Roots
Yeah.
is another one.
Hmm.
But Django just like
It was,
that's like
yes. It has its
I
comedic
fucking love
form. Like,
Django,
yeah,
dude.
Django's amazing. Yeah.
Dude, crazy. I think kudos for Leonardo DiCaprio saying
Hmm.
I can't say the N word.
Right.
But for Samuel L. Jackson to say, bitch, we're actors. Say the fucking word.
Say the word.
Stop being a bitch. He literally told him, stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
You're fine. Say the word.
Yeah.
But one of the, and to me, Leonardo DiCaprio's performance, especially that dinner scene where
Oh,
he's talking
yeah.
about the dimples in the skull, and
Hmm.
he slams his hand. I don't know if you know this, but when he did that, he slammed his hand and it broke the glass, and he actually cut himself.
Oh,
And that
shit.
whole scene of him bleeding and screaming, and then Kerry Washington, where he puts the smears of blood on her face, and he's like, "This is my property. I'll do what
Oh,
I fucking want." That's him. He actually bled.
holy
Him
fuck.
smearing it, and that scream that she lets out was an actual true scream. It was
Oh,
unscripted. When he was done, they gave him like a 10-minute applause for
damn.
that. To me, that was fucking acting, and him not getting an Oscar for that is absolutely stupid.
Bro, I don't
None
even
of
want
them
to
did.
talk about it. I don't even want to talk about how many fucking awards he should have won. He's done
Like
so
the
many great movies. Like,
Dude, it's crazy.
I
But
just
just
can't.
that one scene, dude, like he cut his
That's
fucking hand and he's
nuts.
bleeding and he just kept on going and then he had the like thought, she's my property, I'm gonna smell her. He smears his blood on her face and she actually screamed. I was
Crazy.
just like, and Samuel L. Jackson's like looking at him, like if you look at that scene, it's pretty crazy. I
Okay,
I
shit.
I watched that and I'm just like, bro, that was like I want to stand up and give you a standing ovation.
I need to go back and see that shit now.
But then at the same time, Django's a fucking hero, dude. I love. Plus
Yeah.
Christopher Walken or
Oh, yeah.
Christopher Waltz. Is it Waltz? Yeah.
I think
Chris,
so.
the the one guy. He's just such a good performer.
Okay.
The doctor, the dentist.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Hmm.
Yeah. Whatever. I think if it's Christopher Waltz. And I love that Tarantino uses him because he was in Django. He was in the Hateful
Inglorious,
Eight.
Inglorious
Inglorious
Bastards.
Bastards. Dude,
Hmm.
him in Inglorious
Yep.
Bastards when he's just like
He's a
it's so
asshole.
fucking good.
That guy acts
We
his
were
ass off.
we were playing fucking Fortnite and Ronnie and my other friend Brennan had never seen it, or Keith, my friend Keith, and they were talking about speaking French.
Ugh,
And I was like, have you ever seen Inglorious Bastards? And they
fucking
were
Brad
like,
Pitt.
no. And I was like, dude, Brad Pitt's performance when he was like, and I'll go in second because I speak the second most French. And he's like, and then he goes up and he's like, bonjour. And he's like, arrivederci. And it's so
It's
fucking
fucking country.
American,
I
like,
know.
arrivederci is probably one of the greatest fucking perform. I love
Inglorious
Tarantino, dude.
Bastards good. Tarantino, he just directs and produces his ass off with things, man. Like, yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
Terrence, yeah, that fucking. I was saying that the whole fucking night. I was like, arrivederci.
So
And
as we're
I speak the second most French.
so as we're talking about TV and movies, you got some recommendations?
Oh no, well the second one, and I wanted to ask you.
Okay,
I've never seen Human Centipede either.
we talked about this, and
Yeah.
and I've seen number two, even though I already know what's going to
Why
happen.
did
But
you
it,
watch the first? Why did you watch the second one if
I
you've seen
was
the first
I
one?
was curious, and then like so, I guess the second one is a prequel, not a
Hmm.
sequel or something like that. But just curious because I was like, okay, I need to see how sadistic this fucking shit is. Yep, sure did. Sure did. And I was
So,
like, hmm.
speaking on that, have you seen anything that everybody else has seen that you haven't seen that you stay away from?
Um, trying to think. I haven't watched Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
I haven't watched Handmaid's Tale. I want to watch it, but I'm just like, I'm just kind of like, eh. But it's
You
like
know
one of
one that I
those
just thought
ones.
about too?
Hmm.
A Handmaid's Tale is same thing, kind of similar to like how you won't watch Roots and stuff.
Hmm.
Doesn't affect. I mean, it is history, but Schindler's List. I know some
Haven't
people had to
seen
watch
it.
that in high school. Like I
Okay.
remember they made my sister watch it in high school, but I haven't seen that,
You know
and
what
I
movie?
wouldn't want to watch it.
Yeah, you know what movie I haven't watched, but I've seen scenes? American History X.
I've seen that. That's crazy.
Hmm. I've
There's
seen
that
scenes, and
fucking
I'm
curb
like,
stomp scene.
yes,
Fuck
that's
that
the
shit.
only scene
That's how
I've
I know about
seen.
a curb stomp. Fuck that shit. Nope.
I haven't watched anything else with that fucking movie, but yeah. Hmm.
Bite down on the curb.
Yep. Ooh, fuck.
Wait,
Yeah, that was
was that
American History X.
was that American History X?
Hmm.
Yeah. Where
Yep.
he makes him bite down on the curb. Fuck
Yep.
all that shit. Curb
Yep.
stomping.
Yep. Uh, what else? I won't watch Terrifier.
The fuck is that?
He's that fucking clown, the white and black face clown. He's like skinny face. They've made three
Terror?
movies. Yeah, they've made three
Never heard
movies,
of that.
and it's gory as fuck. And I love horror movies. I'm just not a fan of gore, like overuse of gore. But and there's really no plot to it. He's just a scary fucker that just there's just blood
Oh,
all the time.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, yeah. Terrifier. Yeah, and you know I hate clowns, so
Yeah, I was gonna say I get that because you don't like clowns.
yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah. Fuck that
Uh,
guy.
T, what's any big news going on? I know we got to talk about a few
No,
things
we
in
got
the
some
news.
things. Yeah. Um, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start.
Do you
What
want
do
to
you
talk about
got?
the government first?
Let's get
We could
it.
talk about the government fucking
Let's
up and
get it.
just adding everybody to their group chat, and then
Yep.
I was reading that text from it and stuff, and sometimes, not sometimes, I think all the time now, I'm just, dude, the government is just, I would think, okay, if you said, hey, I'm in the government, my conversations would be a lot more professional
Right.
and like
Mm-hmm.
strategic and like
Mm-hmm.
big ass words that I've
Yep.
never even seen.
Yep.
But that text feed was just like, bro, POTUS said this and I'm tired of these fucking fuckers,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
let's just do it. I'm like, what? I was all for I was thinking about it and I was like, I was all for the president's age to drop down so we get some younger presidents.
Right.
Did I freeze or did you
I think you
freeze?
did. I think you're frozen.
What is going on?
Yeah. Uh-oh, lost you. Oh shoot. Invite. Uh-oh, we lost Notch for a minute. Hold up. Let me get him back.
I'm
There
back.
he is. Okay, we still got our time. It didn't reset. But
Okay.
yeah, I the government to me is just like nowadays, just like you said, it's not professional. Like the last time it was professional was Obama and Mitt Romney. That was
Yeah.
civil. They had their debates, like they had their exchanges and everything. And the media really didn't push the way how they do now.
Yeah.
And then now I seen a post on Twitter and it has all the people in the bar fighting each other and it says war and then it has the patron behind the bar and it says the rich people who started it and they're hiding. And it's like that's how the fucking shit is. They stir everybody up, they make their money, and then they just
Yeah.
watch everybody kill
Yeah.
themselves, watch everybody fight over the shit they started, and then they sway the ways of the people that are hardcore on believing things. And then you have those of us that are just like, stop believing this stupid shit. Like they're
Yeah.
separating us. Like let's come together, let's figure some shit out. They're winning. There's
Yeah.
less of them. Yes, they're powerful, but there's more of us, and we're doing this shit.
But our mindset is they're more powerful in smaller numbers, which we allow it to be
We
that way.
allow it.
We
Mm-hmm.
constantly say this all the time on the cast.
Mm-hmm.
When do we as a people not revolt? I don't want a revolution, but when do we stand up?
When do we stand up? Yeah.
That's I don't want a revolution. I don't want the FBI to come over here and be like, you
Yeah.
guys were talking. No,
Yeah.
we're not talking about that. We're
No.
talking about looking at everything and going, you know what, like, dude, our rules are dumbass rules that were made way back in
Mm,
the day. At some
mm,
point, we got to change these
yeah.
rules.
Mm,
And some of these rules that we're allowing these people to make that are
mm,
currently being changed, they're only affecting them for the better. And
yeah.
it's only hurting us for the
Well,
worse.
see, and another thing too, like within the realm of politicians, we do need politicians to absolutely stand
Yeah,
up for the people. Like, and that's
yeah,
why you see AOC and Bernie Sanders doing Fight the Oligarchy and doing their tour and stuff like that. But
yeah.
Bernie Sanders has been doing this fight for years, years. And like
It
he's,
just,
it
yeah.
sucks. Yeah.
It sucks because Bernie Sanders is a really good guy. They were up in Denver and I saw
Hmm.
the rally. They had a lot of people there.
Yeah, they
But the
did.
biggest problem with it, and I don't understand what AOC did. I think AOC is amazing. I think she's a beautiful woman too. Like,
Mm.
but all of a sudden she's the fucking Democrat whore, and everybody on
Yeah,
the
they've
Republican
been,
side's like, this
yeah.
whore and all her tits. And I was like, bro, she doesn't even fucking do
She
that.
doesn't
Like,
do that. She's
she
not
doesn't
Lauren
show off
Boebert.
herself.
She's not Lauren
Yeah, and
Boebert.
that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, dude, how are you going to talk shit about AOC who doesn't have any scandals? The worst thing she did, which I don't think was worse at all, is when she was at Boston College, they did a music video and she was just dancing around. But
Okay,
she was in college and she was just wearing a t-shirt which was tight because she is a
a
little
college
stacked,
kid.
and they were
She's a college
fucking talking
woman
shit. They were like, look at her bouncing around with her tits out. Fucking Lauren Boebert was giving this dude a hand job with their tits out, like
at the
fucking
table,
drunk, like fucking
and her husband's a pedophile.
yeah,
Like,
just
just,
absolutely baffles me
let's talk
what
about that.
where your line is crossed. It's the same thing with I hate, and I'm telling you, people out there, I will talk shit about both sides if you really want me to. We will talk
Yeah,
about Biden all day. But the moment you put these fucking pictures of all these pedophiles and all these Epstein friends and all these Diddy
hmm
friends and these people were their friends and fuck these people, we should die, but Trump's picture isn't up there,
we're just
dude.
letting
The
him do what he
blind,
does.
the blind leading the blind
Hmm.
is your
Yep,
dumbass is being led
yep.
by some dumbasses. Because if you don't believe Donald Trump was friends with them, you're a fucking idiot.
You're dumb. You're dumb. You're
Not
so
dumb, you're a
dumb.
fucking
Yeah.
idiot. Donald Trump was friends with Diddy. Donald Trump was friends with Epstein.
Hmm. Yep.
Stop being fucking
Yep.
ignorant and get your head out your ass. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he was, and so was Tom Hanks, and so was Ellen
Hmm.
DeGeneres, and so was
Yep.
everybody.
Oh,
fucking house and I will put them
mm-hmm.
all on the burner
Yep.
with Donald Trump.
And
Stop being fucking
the thing
stupid.
that kills me about that shit
Like,
too, but it's stupid, but that shit that kills me about it, they give us the JFK redacted shit. For the fuck what? We're gonna read 64,000 pages for the fuck what? You're gonna
I
release all
tried. I
the
got
names.
23 and then I was
See,
like,
that's
fuck
what I
this.
mean. And then you're gonna release the fucking names that were at Epstein Island, but then you redacted
Redact
some of them. I'm
a
like, what the
lot.
fuck?
A lot
For
of
the
them.
fuck what? Why? Why are
Yeah.
you giving information but not giving information? Like, what's the point? You're not making it suffice for us. You're just giving some information. You're still giving people pissed off.
This is the thing. The people aren't gonna fucking rebel if you gave us names.
Yep.
All it is it's gonna be a fucking
Is it?
shit
Yeah.
war
Mm-hmm.
on Twitter
Yep.
to where everybody's just gonna be talking shit back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and then a week
Yep.
or two later, we all forget.
All gone.
Because that's what happens. That's
That's
what we do as a
all
people.
happens.
I really think it's a crazy joke to think about everything that happens in the world, and we just like,
Yep.
let's move on with our lives. And that kind of gives an example of we as a people are struggling with everything that's going on,
Mm-hmm.
that we're not able to, we can only focus on what's going on in our own lives, that major things are happening, and we're
Mm-hmm.
just like, that's crazy, dude.
It's a
It got
mass
my mind off of it for like,
ADHD. Mm-hmm.
yeah, the aliens in Miami, right? Or whatever happened in Miami,
Right.
or
What the fuck happened to Miami?
the UFOs and the drones and shit,
Mm-hmm. Or the
or
aliens
all
in
this
fucking Las Vegas where the little
in
boy
Las
seen it.
Vegas. Just talking like,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
cool. I got to read something. It was interesting, but I got to go back to regular life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what I'm saying with the government and with Hollywood and stuff like that. Who cares if you're going to release these names? Because at the end of the day, it's not on us to prosecute them. It's on you.
It's on
The
you.
only thing
Yep.
that happens is you look fucking stupid.
Exactly.
And you redacting their names and
I
blacking
thought
them
we could
out is
trust
just
them.
saying,
I thought we
like,
could
I'm not
trust them.
fucking, yeah, I'm not stupid. We know
Yeah.
who's on those lists.
Yeah. Yeah.
Donald
I
Trump's
agree.
on that list. Like, if, what's his name? The scientist, what is his name? The dude
Stephen
in the
Hawking.
chair.
Stephen Hawking.
If
He was there
Stephen
too.
Hawking was on the island, I'm pretty sure Donald Trump is on that island.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Donald Trump,
Absolutely.
Stephen Hawking is more important in my life. Donald Trump is our president. He's my president. I have to say that. But Stephen Hawking
You
at
don't
least
have
did
to.
something.
Yes.
Stephen Hawking at least gave us something.
Mhm. Yep.
He gave us relativity. He gave us
Yep.
these theories.
Yep.
He opened up our minds. Was he a fucking freak? Probably,
He
because that's what happens
probably.
when you're there.
Yeah.
He was probably rubbing baby fucking fetuses on his body because that's what Hollywood said would work. The dude was a fucking in a wheelchair. He would probably try everything, and then he
Yeah.
was just like, "Oh, I guess it's not gonna work. I'll go ahead and sleep with these young women."
Yep.
It's not like he didn't do anything else Hollywood hasn't done. But you're
Mhm.
telling me Donald Trump, who was Hollywood before the president,
Right.
who was a bigwig billionaire with all
Mm.
these other bigwig billionaires that were on Epstein's island,
Mhm.
didn't do any of
Didn't
that
do any
stuff
of
is
that.
absolutely fucking
You're
horseshit.
you're fucking lying to
It's
yourself.
absolutely horseshit.
You're fucking lying to yourself.
At that point, I'll just stick my head in the sand like an ostrich, and just
Exactly.
the earth is flat. I don't care.
Fuck it.
At this point, I don't care. Trey, that building was built in multiple years. Who knows? I don't care.
I don't. There was a green screen. I just yeah. It just, but it's
It's all
true,
just fake.
man. It's true. Like the government bugs me so much, and I hate that. Like it's such a core like topic. But if there's, we wake up every day to Donald Trump doing some crazy shit. Every other president that we have had that we have been able to vote or been able to witness, they didn't get away with shit like that. It made them take time to get shit done. He just says stuff and then it happens. I'm like, wait, don't you have to go through Congress? Has to get
Not when
this,
he, not when
this.
the whole fucking country is red, dude. He owns everything that's
That's what I
red.
mean. So it's just
They
like
took it over.
I'm just like, yo, like we're enemies to everybody now.
Yeah.
Like everybody's
Oh,
like,
that's what I
oh,
was telling Trey. Trey was like, I forgot what he said, but I was like, dude, the world doesn't fear us. They think we're a joke. We're ran by a fucking joke. Sorry, we're ran by a puppet that's controlled by a joke because the dude's fucking on whatever drugs because he's ADHD, Elon on fucking robot
Fucking
blood,
guy. Yeah.
whatever the fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
that kid. But he's the one that's controlling
Yeah.
everything. You got our vice president who's an idiot. Like that, I didn't realize he was that stupid. But then he was in Greenland and he's like, we definitely need to make this the 51st state because if not, this island's in trouble. Bitch, who the fuck is starting wars with Greenland? That they need to be afraid of for their lives.
Yeah.
He literally said this island is in trouble if they don't become the 51st
Hmm.
state. Is that a threat?
Yeah. Is
Because
that a
nobody
threat?
else is threatening
You
them.
did that
So are
shit
we threatening them?
to Canada too. So you're making everybody in America threaten Greenland like, bitch, give up your country. What? What
You
is wrong
are
with you?
you're being you're a just like a target. You have a target on your back. By who?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is targeting
Yeah. Who
Greenland?
wants to fight Greenland? Like they're chilling.
First off, if you're going to for any island, go for fucking Iceland. Because Iceland is green, Greenland is ice. Why the fuck would we want ice?
They're like, there's minerals
Bitch,
there. I'm like,
my refrigerator makes ice. I'm good.
did you do your research on these? Like,
That's
that's why
somebody
they
that didn't even
switched
go to
it.
like basic fucking. They were like, hey, Greenland is green. We need to take that because they got all kinds of resources. They go there and they're like, why is it all ice?
It's I what
Why did
what?
you call this like, bitch? Didn't you know that? Like,
Read a book.
what the
Muhammad's the
fuck is wrong with
fucking most
you?
common name in the fucking world. Read a book.
Next, they're gonna be like, New Zealand is a. You guys got a target on your back. We need to go for
They
you.
already are. Remember that video I sent you about all the billionaires
Oh
moving
yeah,
to
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
New Zealand?
Hmm.
And then when it comes to that, they're taken away from the locals. Why did it take for Peter Thiel that owned uh, whatever fucking company or vice president of Amazon or whatever he was fucking doing? Why did it take him 12 days to claim citizenship in New Zealand when, in order to claim citizenship in New Zealand, you have to live there for
Hmm.
1,300 days? Money talks.
Hmm.
And then all those houses, all the people that live there, they go, it's ridiculous when we come around these neighborhoods. They're all shells. No one lives
Yeah.
here. You don't see anyone walking around the communities, but yet
Yeah.
you have people living on boats on the fucking port. You have them living on the streets, and they're locals.
Hmm.
That is their land.
Yeah.
That's their land, and they can't even
That's
live there.
unfortunate because out of all the countries in the world, if I was to pick in a place, I would want to live in New Zealand.
I would love to live
That's
in Queenstown.
that would be my fucking place
Hmm.
to go.
Yep.
England, New Zealand, or Australia, but I'd rather live in New Zealand.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
love, I
Yep.
would love to be called a Kiwi,
Yep.
but at the same time, like because of what's happening, it
Hmm.
puts a bad name and a bad taste in their
It
mouth for all
does.
Americans.
Yep. It
Uh,
does.
and it's what I'm saying. The world doesn't fear us,
No.
and they're trying to throw this strong arm at it, and we're a laughing stock. We're
Hmm.
a joke.
Yep.
They're threatening a fucking small ass country to become the 51st state is like absolutely stupid.
Hmm.
Like the
No.
whole fucking changing of the Gulf of America. Why? And then the greatest part, and this is for all you people out there that are gonna be like, it's Gulf America, America. There's a difference between America and the United States.
Hmm.
The United States is the 50 states
Yeah.
where we live. America,
Is a
which is
continent.
I actually agree with it in a way. America includes Central America, North America, and South America. That's America. So when you
Yes.
say the Gulf of America, technically it's all of it
Yeah.
together. So that was their fuck up. If they wanted it to
Hmm.
be ours, they should have been the Gulf of the United States. So all these shirts
Yes.
that say Gulf of America are like, this is America and
Hmm.
this is how it is. I mean,
Yeah.
you're basically rooting for Honduras and
Hmm.
Peru and
Venezuela,
Mexico
all the
and
people you keep
Canada
fucking and trapping
and
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 taking.
the United States. Like you didn't specify it. So
Mexico. Yeah. They're
all you
fucking
ones out there that are
idiots.
butthurt about the Gulf of America, think about it. It's everything now.
Yeah. It truly is. If you want to get into semantics, like Notch fucking put it perfectly. And two, in America is a fucking continent. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. You have you have three the only ones that kind of got hurt by it. They really I don't even think they care because they're on the
Hmm.
fucking islands. It's the
Yeah.
islands.
Yeah.
They don't give a
And
shit.
if you
They
and if
never cared. They never
people
like,
could
hey, this
do
is the Gulf of Cuba. They don't give a
right,
fuck.
exactly. Or and you don't
They're on
see
their island
Africa.
smoking and drinking rum. Like, who
Hmm.
gives a shit?
And you don't see Africa out there saying this is the equator of Africa. Like you don't see them say that shit. Fuck out of here. It's crazy to me. America is
Yeah,
so like the people that run America, they feel so fucking entitled. We have our hands in every fucking thing. Why?
yeah,
This is why
yeah.
people hate us. We have our hands in so much shit. Why don't we worry
Mm-hmm.
about what we have in our country? We're
Yep.
worried about so much shit. When we have debts, we have deaths, we have health care,
Mm-hmm.
jobs, education, like the list can go on. But we're
Yeah.
worried about everybody else.
No,
And
and
then,
and this whole like his first day, he was all about we're gonna fix what's going on in America. I was, dude, when he first was on there, I was like, dude, I mean, that bullet missed him. Maybe he changed.
maybe,
And then now
maybe,
he's 65 days in here, and I'm like, bro, you were
this,
totally off the
this the
rocker.
same
You
nigga.
fucking lied. I even almost fell into your trap. I was just like, bro, you sound amazing that first day when he signed like 15 things right then and there, and I was
Mm-hmm,
just like, this is fucking dope. Like this guy's going all out. He's signing stuff that help people left and
mm-hmm.
right. He was changing names of like I get the Mount McKinley thing, like whatever, maybe his grandfather was a Confederate flag. Go
Okay.
fucking jerk off to the
Yeah.
name, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You're a
Right.
fucking idiot.
Right.
Whitewashed America. It is what it is. But at the same time, when he changed the name of that girl, um, down in Texas where she got murdered by somebody. So
Oh
they changed
yes.
he changed the reservation, that wildlife reservation to her name. I
Mm-hmm.
thought that was cool as shit. I
Yeah.
was like,
Okay.
good on him.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That it was just a wildlife, give her a name so she lives on
Yeah.
forever.
But it was a cop
But at the
out
same
though.
time, 65 days into it, which I saw that one day, they were like 65 days. This is what he's all done, and I'm like, some reason our dick is in other fucking people's pies.
Mm-hmm.
Fix apple pie before you go and fix fucking
Mm-hmm.
Middle Eastern pie,
Yep.
mincemeat shit.
Yep. Yep.
You lied.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were gonna take us and pull us out and go fix everything, and you haven't.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're fucking starting wars with countries that I don't even know why.
Yeah. It's just like that baby daddy that kept saying I'll change, then took him back. Same nigga. Just doing the same shit. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's just
But I
like
mean, the narrative doesn't change.
it
The
does
difference is Donald Trump is just so blatant and like
narcissistic.
obvious and just fucking like, dude, I'm the greatest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing I have a problem with him, I don't know why. This bothers me the most out of
Okay.
Donald Trump. Why does he still campaign when he talks?
I don't know. He's already won.
He won.
Yeah.
He's like the last office and cabinet. They didn't do this, but we're gonna do this. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, bitch, you are in it right now. Stop saying we are
You
gonna
are
do
in the
and do it.
cabinet.
You're not fucking campaigning to the American people. He's like, this time we're gonna do this, and then like, bitch, are you already out of the office? Like, are we already going for your third term?
Wait, what's
Like,
going
listen to it.
on?
I'm dead serious. Listen to that dude. Every time he talks, he's campaigning
Yeah,
because that's all he knows how to do.
yeah. Talks
He
himself
doesn't
up.
know how to talk about the now and
Hmm.
what's happening. He's
Yep.
just like the now, but
Hmm.
this is what they did. But because
Even
they did this, I have to fix it, and that's what we're gonna do in the future. And it's
and
like, dude,
just how you said that, I think we said it on a couple podcasts ago when it that plane crash in Kansas where he was like, "Ah, the Democrats they don't know anything about safety." He didn't even say, "I'm sorry, my
yeah,
condolences to the families." Like,
yeah,
shut up, dude.
yeah. We
Oh.
talked about that. I was pissed off
That
about
guy
that too. I was just like,
irks me, bro. Like, you talk so much about
it was
yourself,
the
bro.
DC. It was the DC, and he was just like, if you heard them with their urban slang, they shouldn't have been flight controllers, and we need educated people here. And it's like,
Stop firing
bitch,
people
wait,
then.
hold on. Are you are you serious? Because the if you look where you Baltimore, Washington D.C., Philly area,
Mm,
it's dominantly African Americans. It's black people,
yeah.
except for Washington D.C. That little fucking spot right there. And you go, and then they all have an accent. It's
Hmm.
that coastal accent.
Yep.
It's just an accent.
Yeah, it's an
You go to the
accent.
South, it's an accent.
Yep.
You come here, we talk with an accent, but we're not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's yeah, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with an accent. And he
Right.
said, if you heard the urban talk, you would have never wanted them in there because they're uneducated. Wow, so if I have an accent, I'm uneducated? So everybody from Georgia, South
That
Carolina,
yep.
North Carolina,
Even
Kentucky,
the people
the
that voted
Virginia,
for him.
yeah. Oh, and then he like, yeah, all those Mexicans that voted for me, yeah, fuck you, you're out. You're uneducated. Sorry.
Yep. I just oh that motherfucker irks me, man. And then like Elon Musk, when he sold Twitter for 45 billion, he just moved
Yeah,
his money from his back pocket to his front pocket. That's all that nigga did. Like he's not. It's like we're
washing.
onto you, dude. We're onto you. You're not doing anything to help anyone. This whole Doge Department of Government Efficiency, that's bullshit. Like, you guys are money laundering whatever you have in cahoots with, dude. Like, I don't think we talked about who else Donald Trump pardoned. Do you know who else he pardoned when he was pardoning all those people from the January 6th shit?
I know you told me he pardoned that guy that ran the black market.
Silk Road.
Yeah,
Why? He was in prison before the Capitol happened.
because that was their in for all their fucking drugs
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
children.
It's fucking crazy. It's so
Yeah,
fucking crazy to me. I just,
because he was puppeted and still being puppeted, and all these people are like, bro, we got you in office. Now you gotta.
yep,
We helped you. Now
yep,
fucking give us the circle jerk.
yep,
And to give us the circle jerk, we need our fucking children back and we
yep,
need our drugs.
mm-hmm,
So let our dude
yep,
out because he's
yep,
our guy that gets us our kids.
yep. He's our Clint Eastwood in the Mule. We need him.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Hmm. Yep. I just don't know anymore, man. And like as the more time goes on, it's just like, what the fuck's happening? Like the whole Department of Education, like people are paying 1,000 to 5,000 for their fucking student loans. Like they, and then there's people that are doing
It went
public
up.
services. Yeah, there's people
Hmm.
doing public services for the 10 years. A lot of them actually have 1 year left, but they have no fucking idea what they're gonna do. Do they have to pay them, or is the government gonna pay them off, or is the government gonna be like, yo, cough up 50 grand right now, or we're taking your house, like. And it's in this realm where it's like these people did a public service
Yeah,
agreement way before he went into office, and you're screwing them. Then you're
I kind of
taking
wanted.
like yeah,
There's multiple things to that I want to dig deeper, but one of the things that I really, which we discussed, is I read that if they dismantle the Department of Education, that allows uh, external parties or third parties in the state to control the
yes,
education
and
based
then it's
off
going
of
to be
funds
state by
and stuff
state.
like that.
Yeah.
So I I am personally doing something. I don't know if I told you this, but
Hmm.
this is for my own research. I just wanted to get a feel of what's going on. So I had a buddy of ours, his daughter's in high
Oh
school, and
yes. Hmm.
I asked her
The book.
what history book they're teaching kids,
Hmm.
and I found it. I found the PDF. It's like a huge amount. So I've been digging deep. So I love history, especially when it comes to uh, early American
Hmm.
history. I love the story of
Yeah.
how when we grew up, the Quakers and the Spaniards, they were fucking heroes. I mean, if you ask Lowen Berber, Columbus is the fucking hero because she was out here in Pueblo rallying that we keep up the fucking
The
statue,
statue. Hmm.
right? Because she doesn't know her fucking history. So digging deep into it, I was comparing books that they teach in college and books that you can go out and read, especially People's History of the United States, which I've talked about plenty of
Hmm.
times. So, People's History of the United States uses documents, not only documents that were given back to the Spanish and Portugal when they came back and they wrote all these testimonies, and then diaries. Diaries
Hmm.
were huge back then. We
Yeah.
didn't have phones, we didn't have Twitter, so they were writing diaries. So all the accounts that are in the People's History of the United States are from all this stuff.
Right.
So then I compared the history book, and I actually, now that we're in this, I'll read this to
I
you
was
because
gonna
I thought
say,
this was interesting.
yeah, you had it. You had all
Yeah,
your
so
stuff written
let's
down. I was
go
like,
into
what?
this real quick.
Because we were
So,
talking when we were playing Fortnite, wasn't it?
let me get into this real quick. Oh, I was like, wait, my phone fucking deleted it. Somebody's in my phone. No, I remember. I took a snapshot of it. Let's go into here, and I do apologize for the. Okay. So, when Christopher Columbus came to the Dominican Republic, he didn't
Okay.
discover America, and I hope you guys can hear me, but you probably can't see me. Can you see me, T?
Yeah, I could just see the black screen.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you can
Okay.
still hear me.
Okay.
So when Columbus came here, he didn't actually discover America. He didn't land on America. He landed in the islands, which is the Dominican Republic. When he met the first people that he called Indians, they were Tejanos. They were called the Tejanos, and there was probably millions of them on this island, right? They had
Probably.
never seen steel. They only fought with sticks instead of swords. And Columbus, when he saw that they had gold and turquoise in their ears for their earrings, he put the sword up to the dude's ear and asked where they got that gold from. And the dude grabbed the sword and cut himself. And Columbus said, and this is documented in the priest's diary, he said, I will come back with 20 men, 20 horses, and 5 ships, and we'll take over this and find all the gold in the world.
Hmm.
Because he thought this was India. So when the slaves, or sorry, when they became slaves, he called them Indians and he made them slaves and had them search for gold, which there wasn't gold on the island or anything like that. The natives there were actually killing off their kids because they didn't want to be involved with this stuff. They were dying of disease and stuff like that. Now remember, when you read college books and a people's history of the United States and other documents, not in high school, it says that Europeans brought disease over to the Americas, right?
Yep.
So this says, and this is in the history books of high schoolers. It says baffled, enraged, and vengeful Indian slaves sometimes kneaded tainted blood into their master's bread to little effect. Perhaps it was poetic justice that the Indians unintentionally did this to take a kind of revenge by infecting the early explorers with syphilis, injecting the lethal sexually transmitted disease for the first time into Europe.
That's insane.
So our history books are saying that the Indians, the natives, are the ones that were their dirty ones, and they took the diseases back to Europe,
It's so
which is
crazy.
crazy.
It is so crazy.
Because
They're
when you
just
go to
flipping it.
college, that's not what they teach you, and when you go
Hmm.
to do your own research and you read stuff
Yep.
that's actually coming from diaries, that's not what they're saying. And there was another excerpt that said the black legend, which was the false concept that the conquerors merely tortured and killed and butchered the Indians, killing for Christ, quote unquote, stole their gold, infected them with smallpox, and left them but misery behind. This excerpt from the high school book says the Spanish invaders didn't intend, or did indeed kill, enslaved, and infected countless natives, but they also erected a colossal empire sprawling from California to Florida to Tierra del Fuego. They grafted their culture, laws, religion, and language to where they became the nation that they are now, which was actually richer than what they were before.
Hmm.
So we're telling our high schoolers that the Spaniards did all this and made it better. That
Hmm.
when Cortez went to the Aztecs, he made it better. Even though the Aztecs had plumbing and they didn't fucking just throw their shit in the
In the
street,
streets. Yeah. Hmm.
they had no idea what smallpox was. But Cortez did amazing for Mexico and the Aztecs. And Pizarro did amazing for the Incas because they're alive now.
Hmm.
Not at all. The Tejanos were fucking extinct, but we don't even talk. We'll
We didn't even
talk
talk
about the
about
Jews.
them.
We'll talk about Jewish people being extinct in World War II, but in high school you get 23 pages and maybe about 3 to 4 paragraphs about the Tejanos and Christopher Columbus.
Hmm. Yeah.
That sounds amazing, right? So that's my own research. I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to break it down how many paragraphs and pages and chapters
Okay.
each history book gets, because I really want to dig deep into
Just see how
uh,
much they shine light on shit.
how much they shine
Hmm.
light on not only natives, because that affects me, but I want to see how they portray slavery in
Okay.
America
Yep. Yep.
and the 60s, the 40s to the 60s,
Hmm.
and then how much we talk about wars. Because when I grew up, I remember talking about World War One and especially World War Two for some
Hmm.
reason. But we
Vietnam.
weren't involved with World War Two that much if you think about it.
Hmm.
We dug our nails in there after the fact, all this shit was happening. Not as deep as we could have, but why do we talk about Jewish stuff that happened? I mean, it was bad. I'm not saying it was
Yeah.
wrong
Right.
or it was
Right.
right, but I'm just saying the Nazis and the Jews exterminating Jews in Europe, but we don't talk about Tejanos being exterminated by Columbus. You don't hear that word extermination with
Nope.
the Tejanos.
No, you don't. Nope. No, you don't. And Columbus was just a man that couldn't admit that he had the wrong directions or that he was lost. and
That
then
dude
they
was a
named
fucking dick.
and they named it a day after him. I'm like, you couldn't admit you were lost, motherfucker, and then you just take over people, kill, and bring all this. But like, wow.
Yeah. Like I'm it's not just the fact that we don't even that we're absolutely ignorant to that stuff and like
Yeah,
lo and behold we're going like we need this in our history. This is history. Like it's like learn your fucking history. Learn your history. Go out and read a book that wasn't fucking taught to you when you were in eighth
yeah.
grade and while you were giving fucking hand jobs to everybody else in high school. Like,
I just can't. And it's so crazy with how, and we've always said this too. Like even when we got out of high school, we're just like, man, the shit that they were saying in the books is like, there's so much more out here. Like the Tuskegee Airmen, like all this crazy other shit, like the Chicago Fire where they burned all those black people,
mhm.
like the Black Wall Street where that
Yeah.
shit happened, and then
To
even
me,
the,
that's
you
to me
know,
that's history,
that's
right? That's
history.
stuff that you should be learning.
Hmm.
That's here in America.
Yep.
But when you look, and then the other thing is, even though I got this history book, and they've got 20, like I think the first 23 or the first 23 pages was the first chapter, and it was all
Okay.
about early America.
Yeah.
When you're a teacher, you're only told, hey, you only got this for this curriculum or this first week. You need to skip all this stuff and go into here. So we're only
Mm,
taught a certain amount in a certain
yep.
time, right?
Yep.
So and this is where the Department of Education, you get these people that are going to donate and fund the education privately. Now they
Hmm.
get to say, hey,
You're
this is the
teaching
book we want
this.
you to read, and we
Hmm.
want you to teach this.
Yep. Yep. Because look what they're doing with taking all those books out of the libraries, saying
Hmm.
that kids don't need to be reading these books here. I'm like, why? What's in that book that you're trying to hide from people?
Yeah.
And I hate the
I
word woke, but it's like, no, like you're trying to be well knowledge.
Yeah.
Like information changes situations, but it's like at the same time though, like what are you hiding from people?
And that's just not that's you hit it. It's not woke, it's knowledge.
It's knowledge.
It's opening up your mind to what actually is
Hmm.
going on.
Yep.
It's the same thing when they did that with like Fahrenheit 457 or
Oh,
was it 4
for height 451.
451?
Mm-hmm. It's a great movie, by
The
the way.
Scarlet Letter,
Mm-hmm.
like all these books
Handmaid's Tale.
that were banned
Mm-hmm.
were doing the same thing, but then at the same time, history that's in just a specific book is being taught, and they're just like, yeah, African Americans were slaves. And then they came over here and we talk about it for a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
then we got to move on.
Yep.
And it's
Segregation
like,
happened.
bro,
Martin Luther King,
so
Malcolm X.
I wish,
Mm-hmm.
I personally wish everybody would understand that slave was an occupation prior to the
Yes.
slave trade in
Yes.
Africa,
Yes. Because they had
and it
him
was
in
done by
Egypt too.
Europeans, and
Mm-hmm.
slaves were white people, and they came over as a job.
Yep.
So all you fuckers that are like, oh, strong American, it's like, bro, like, I don't know, man.
And they
I
only
don't
changed
know.
it to maids. when it came to that
Oh
color.
no. Yeah.
But it was still in the same realm. All you were just like, sorry to put it, but you were a house nigga. Like you know what I mean?
But massive, why is he going in the house?
Like we've all seen Django. Samuel L. Jackson, he was a house nigga. We know this. you know?
But it's just, and it's, I'm not saying anything about like, it goes down to everybody's
Right.
history. Like you were saying,
Everyone's
you
history.
should know about Black Wall Street and you should know about the
Hmm.
Chicago fires and
Yep.
stuff. I think I
Yep.
read about the Chicago fires once in high school and I just knew there was a fire. I
Yep.
didn't know it tore
Hmm.
down neighborhoods that were prominently black. But then it
Yep.
also comes down to like, because we didn't care, it didn't
We
affect you, so we don't
right.
say anything about it.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
the the extermination of a culture in a tribe that was huge doesn't bother
Right.
anybody.
Right. Like why did that happen? And why do we
Yeah,
celebrate his day when he did that? Like what is
I
the
don't.
goodness out of that? You know what I
I
mean?
don't fucking celebrate anything from
Yeah,
him. Fuck
that's what
that
I'm
shit.
saying. Yeah, but like, but why do
But
people celebrate that? And it's like, wait, they did this, and even like that little town in New York in Central Park
yeah.
that kicked them out of Central
Oh
Park.
yeah, yeah,
Mind you,
yeah,
they did give them a memorial, but there's even places where there's towns underwater that they
yeah.
made these people move, and then these
Because of
people
dams and
died
stuff like
because of the
that. Yeah,
dams, and it's like you were literally trying to
true.
exterminate them,
That's not my
literally,
ring.
right?
That's that's my ring. Go back. But that ring is at the bottom of a lake.
That one right there.
I've said my I've made my or I spoke my word and said my piece.
It's
That's not
such,
my ring.
and as we were talking about too, I was watching Resball, the first Resball, and it wasn't the movie, it was the documentary, but it's called shit, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called, but it's talking about Resball and playing basketball on the reservation. But they have this memorial or this canyon, and it's called like the Thousand Mile Tears. And you can
Mhm.
see where the sun comes up in between the canyon, and that's where the settlers made all the indigenous leave that area to go into New Mexico. And they had to hike or even on horseback. So many people died, and then they're like, oh, sorry, you guys can come back to your land. They made them come all the way back from where they went to. And it was a reminder of the resiliency and also sadness of that community, of that Navajo tribe. And I was just
Mhm.
like, you take it away from them, make them fucking trek 1,000 miles, and then you say, oh, my bad, y'all could come back, but you got to come back the same way you did. What?
Yeah.
You didn't send the cavalry for them? Like,
This is,
ugh,
and
it's
I do want to
disgusting.
make it clear that it's not just about minorities' history,
It's
but
not. It's not.
minorities' history isn't taught because you just said that, and I was just like, bro, it's just crazy to think about like the stuff that stuck to us.
Yep.
We saw Native Americans as Indians and bad, right? Cowboys
Yes.
and Indians. I always wanted
Hmm.
to be the
That's
cowboy
what it was.
to
Was
shoot the
yeah.
Indians. And I was like, bro, I'm fucking Native, and I didn't even think about that when I was a
Hmm.
kid. Like, I grew up
Yep.
different. I grew
Yep.
up in the
Same
South,
here.
so
Exactly. It's just
um,
like I grew up in Colorado and really didn't
yeah.
practice that way, like how the
And I
family
was,
did.
yeah. But then I was thinking about it like when we think about the history, it's a lot of European history. And I get it. The settlers came from
Hmm.
From Europe, but why did
Hmm.
we talk so heavily on
Hmm.
Europe? Who gives a shit about Europe? Like
Yep.
they
Yep.
came over to get away from the queen. It happened. Talk about America's history. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
Talk about America's history.
Yeah.
Even the
How we
Europeans' history that were
developed.
in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Talk about them. Stop talk. I feel like when I think back about it, we talked about heavy European history
Hmm.
and other cultures' history, and it's like, dude,
Yeah.
what the fuck does that have to do
Yeah.
with me?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just gonna get worse.
I think there are some books, American history, where it talks briefly about Europeans' effects on how America happened, but the rest came up with how the founding fathers actually did what they did here
Hmm.
without the European countries. Because London conquered so many fucking countries, which is crazy
Yeah,
to me. Like England, I should say. England
England.
conquered
England
so
definitely did
many.
that. I mean. Good on them. They took over India and they took over Africa and they did all this stuff. But so did the
Hmm.
Mongolians
Yep. Hmm.
and all these and Asia did Asia things and everything. But I
Yeah.
just don't. That's what I want to do is I want to break down how many chapters are in this book, not knowing what they're actually teaching them because
Right.
they could
Right.
just skip over a chapter,
Uh,
but just going over like why so small, but we talked about Nazis and Jews so much. That wasn't happening in America.
hmm.
Like
Right.
fuck Hitler, but Hitler was
Yeah.
Hitler. We don't talk about what's the Mongolian that went nuts that slept
Um.
with everybody?
You're talking about Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
Hmm.
Like
How
we're gonna talk
pretty
about
much half
if
the
we're gonna talk
population of the world he fucking
yeah,
seeded.
yeah.
Like.
That's what I'm saying. Like if we're gonna talk about Hitler, why aren't we talking about that? Why
Hmm.
aren't we talking about the other
Yep.
people that were as bad or if you want to
If
call them
not
bad or whatever,
worse.
but
Hmm.
yeah,
Yep. I
that's
agree.
just that's what I was talking about.
I
And
fucking
it goes
agree.
deeper, but I can't really talk about it on this because I don't want people to get angry, but I will at some point. But there's a certain type of people that I feel like control America and the money and Hollywood and all that stuff.
Yes.
And I feel like their names are on these books and they're the ones that are saying that. And I'm just like, bro, are you in Trey? This
Changing
is
the
where I
narrative.
become Trey. And I'm
Hmm.
like, are they just doing this so we know about their culture and
Right.
stuff like that? Did this actually really happen? Like,
Yeah.
but I'm not going
Yeah.
to go into it. So
Yep.
you
That's all
guys can
right.
take it as what it is
It's
and
all
what it
right.
is.
Little grains of salt. Little leave you some breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I hear you. Well, what else do we got any in the world? Trying to think. Trying. Oh. 5 officers.
What happened?
That the 5 officers that committed suicide,
Oh yeah, the
which
ones
is
that they
fucking fishy
committed
as
suicide.
fuck. That's so fishy. And my thing is, I wonder if they stumbled upon some cartel type shit that their precinct was involved with, and then started getting them out.
Yeah, I think
I don't
so.
know. I
It
don't
goes
know.
up to the top and it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
The police department is owned by certain people, and then the city owns them, probably families, and they
Hmm.
probably messed with their money, and
Yep.
they were like, "Oh my God, they found out it was us. Get
Yep.
rid of them."
Yep.
Quote unquote committed suicide 4 in a row, and then some people online have the audacity to say they deserved it because they were the officers from Edova or that school shooting
Yes. Uh huh.
in Texas.
Yeah.
And I was like, it wasn't even them. It wasn't close to that area, but
Yeah.
good try. Good try, dum
Good.
dums.
Trying to correlate. Here you go.
They're like, these officers deserve to die. No, no.
Yeah.
And for committing suicide in 2 weeks, like,
It's crazy, right? That's crazy,
hmm
right?
that was the biggest. That was the biggest fucking fuck triangle that their significant others found out about, and they all had babies, and they were just like, I can't do this anymore.
It wasn't like the other cop that was
Fucking six
sleeping
guys,
with
and
everybody
yeah.
else, running trains and shit. What else? What else did I see? Of course, Yolanda.
Oh, dude, I'm so happy.
Sorry, Yolanda,
I
but you got to stay in there.
sorry, bitch.
You got to stay in there. I know everybody who's a Selena fan feels the same way we do, so we ain't saying nothing out of
Dude, it was
pocket.
like a
Yeah,
parade.
we ain't
I
saying
was
nothing out of
enjoying
pocket.
it. I was on fucking social media and I was liking everybody, hearting everybody's pages. People were playing Selena music. I
Yep.
was watching the show, listening to music. I was like, my Chicano pride came out for the first minute. I was outside
He
throwing
had
off
his
fireworks
had
and
his
shit.
brown beret on. He was like brown pride, and I came out. It's for Salinas.
Um, one thing about that's crazy about this, and I get she wants to be with her family. Like that's her reasoning. And she's like,
Right.
I served my time. I want to.
Right.
You didn't serve your time, bitch. You deserve life. That's your time. Is life in jail.
Yep.
If she gets out, does she know she's gonna be fucking murdered?
Oh, she's gonna have to change her name. She's gonna have to move.
Dude, it don't even matter if she changed her name. That bitch is first off, like you look like a pug, so it's not that hard to. to find you. You want to write books. You
I
want to change
swear,
the narrative. So you're big loudmouth. Like
I
you ain't
swear,
hiding.
if anybody sees her, it's gonna be like that scene in the 1977 version of Body Snatchers, where they see her in the street. Everybody's gonna go after her.
I'm telling you, she ain't running. People will be at that jail if she ever gets free with fucking Apple AirTags. All of a sudden, you just see this fucking AirTags being thrown at the vehicle.
Yep.
Just like that bitch ain't going anywhere. We're gonna hunt her
Follow
down.
her.
She's. I think she's. My sister and I were talking about that. She's safer in prison.
Absolutely. She needs to stay
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
She
Definitely
needs to
needs
stay
to stay
there.
there.
Or in witness protection, no. That's for
Uh,
people that didn't do a crime.
if she goes to witness protection, then we definitely got a problem with the government.
Now
Now
you
we're
really fucked
revolution
up.
and rebelling
Now you
for the
really fucked up.
revolution.
La vida.
What world history books say in 2026, Yolanda was set free, set off it triggered everybody. The world changed.
It was a mass revolution. It was a one-man world hunt.
The Gulf of America was turned to the Gulf of Salina.
Salida Quintanilla. For real.
The
Um,
highways aren't the highways aren't from fucking who was the one that did the highway? The president Eisenhower. They're all changed to Paul Walker highways, and it just became a big like
Martin Luther
you go down the
King.
highways in Tokyo, drift
Yep.
displays.
Martin Luther King Boulevard is now Salinas Boulevard. Like,
Jesus.
I did see some crazy shit. There was a bishop. He told his ushers to close the doors until he got 40,000 from all the congregation.
Oh, I did see that. He was a pastor. He
Crazy
wasn't a
nigga.
bishop.
Yeah,
That
he's
that
a
dude was a
pastor, but
he was
his
a
name's
pastor.
Bishop Marvin Sapp, but he's a
This
pastor.
motherfucker said, "We got 1,000 people in here and we got 1,000 people online. I need $20 and you guys aren't leaving." He's like, You were just gonna go sit in the restaurant." I was like, "This is the reason that why? Give me context. Give me a reason, a
Hmm.
legit reason
Yep.
why you are preaching the word of God
Hmm.
that says you don't need these riches if you're doing my work
Hmm.
for the people.
Yep.
You will be rich in heaven. You will be rich in God's word. And
Yep.
you're asking for $20,000?
Hmm. And even in the word of the
That motherfucker
Bible,
got a problem.
exactly.
He
Even
he owes somebody some
he
money.
owes somebody something. He need a PlayStation 5. He need all kinds of crazy shit. His baby mamas need her hairdo. Like,
That's exactly what it was.
but it's
His
crazy
his
because
wife is hungry and his girlfriend's at home. Need fucking their hair done and their nails did.
he owes some alimony. That's what happens. But it's crazy to me because in the Bible, you give what you had on you.
Yeah.
If you were
Yeah.
able to.
Yes.
Like,
That's exactly. That's that's one of those things I've been very, very deep in the word recently.
mm-hmm.
Just my own personal like I feel
Right.
better and stuff like that, but I was thinking about a lot of saints that become saints that are
Mm-hmm.
anointed saints.
Yep.
And in the Catholic Church, you have to pick a saint when
Yep.
you become confirmed. And my saint was Saint Francis of Assisi. And Saint Francis of Assisi, I really
Huh.
not he's not an idol, but I look up to what he did back in the day. So this dude was considered rich, even though back in the day it was like not our rich, but he
Okay.
was considered a millionaire
Okay.
back in the day. And
Yeah.
he gave up all his money for animals. He wanted to give up
Yes,
his
you were
money for
saying
animals.
that. Yeah.
So that's my saint because I'm really big with animals and everything. I'll
Mm-hmm.
turn to fucking Batman if somebody hurts an animal in front of me. I swear to God.
I feel you.
I'll fucking turn into Batman and kill all everybody's family and your grandma and your grandma's grandma if you fucking hurt an
Mm-hmm.
animal. But off topic, he gave up all that money and he became a saint. But then nowadays, it's like you need a private jet,
Mm-hmm.
you live in these big ass houses.
God gave this to me. What? Your congregation
No,
gave that to you. Yeah, I bought this
yeah,
private jet off of Tyler Perry. God wanted me to have it. Oh, okay.
I saw not that pasture, but I saw another one and I was like, bro, them them look like some expensive ass fucking shoes, sneakers, bro.
Yes, absolutely.
You're a sneakerhead and you
Mm-hmm.
worship God? Like
Mm-hmm. Yep. Pastor Todd. Been seeing his fits, man. I'm like, bro, you got money. Like you're getting
This
money
motherfucker
from
wear Billionaire Boy
Instagram.
Club.
He
I
does
got Billionaire Boy
though.
Club. I got Gucci hats. I
hmm
got a Rolex.
I'm just like, bro, really? Like you're stunting on people right now. Like this is
He's like, them
crazy to me.
20s. Them tens, but they
Them
clean
tens, but
though.
they clean. I keep them
They clean
clean.
though. They clean though.
I
Keep them
keep them
clean.
clean. Keep them clean. It's true, man. I don't know. The church is so, and that's why like I fell out of love with the church because of the antics and because it doesn't practice what they're
Hmm.
saying in in the
Yeah.
scripture in their
Yeah.
sermons, and it's just like you are a hypocrite. Like this is blasphemy. I
That's
want to go
exactly
to
what it
where I could
is.
hear the word, where I can apply it to myself as the word of God. You're applying it for something materialistic and
Hmm.
financial, and that's not God. That's not
Yeah.
God. It's not.
That's exactly what happened to me, and that's what
hmm
I totally believe. I 100% believed in that, and it's unfortunate because it is. You're a hypocrite, and you're you're not preaching
Nope.
you're not doing what you're preaching.
Nope. You're not. Absolutely
100%.
not.
And it
In
goes down
God's
to it
house.
that I think I was talking to you and Ronnie, but I was saying the world now, it definitely is a test. When you read the word of God, it says everything is a test, right?
Hmm
It's testing our faith. And there are days where I'm just like, I don't need to be jealous. I don't need to be envious. Like, I see that bad people get what they get, but they
Like you
don't
said.
have
Hmm
healthy souls. They're not good people
Yeah.
within.
Yeah.
And going from the rich are specific people that I know that I won't call out.
hmm
But if you're that negative in your heart,
Yeah.
then good on
Yeah.
you, because at the end of the day, you're going to realize that good people like us, even though we might struggle, we're going to come out on top.
hmm
Maybe we'll come out rich, but this is the thing. And I'll tell you, listeners, we talk about this, that we want to support and get our families that boat that we've always wanted to. But I'll tell you this, I've always talked about if I ever hit big with my money, I would
mm
take care of my family and TJ's family and people that are close around me, but I want to do exactly what St. Francis did and open
mm
a dog hotel, a dog resort, and a
That's
farm to
awesome.
help people that
That's awesome.
are in need. And it's even crazier because I was like, damn, the Pueblo Zoo is struggling. They need
Yes.
funds. I
hmm
was like, if I came across money right now, I would help them as much as possible
hmm
because Pueblo Zoo is big
Yeah.
here in
We
Pueblo.
go to the zoo so we've been going to the zoo
Yeah.
since our oldest was a baby. And
Yeah.
it's
I
just
know you
like,
guys do
yeah,
the
all
boo
the
at the zoo and brew
time.
at the zoo and all that stuff.
Yeah, we love
And I
going
was like,
there.
damn, like nobody here in Pueblo, these rich people that live
Right.
in Stonewar Hills and
hmm
all that stuff, like, this is your city. Do
hmm
something. Do
And
something for it.
I would hate for the Pueblo Zoo to go into someone else's hands
Yeah.
because it would change it. Oh, and also I would hate if it gets abandoned. Imagine that. An
Yeah.
abandoned zoo? Fuck. Like
But
City Park
that just
Hub.
shows the city. And that also goes on our wonderful mayor, who I've
hmm
heard does wonderful things, who apparently we went to school with.
True.
Which if we went to school with, I'm just telling you guys out there, listeners, next time you vote, you probably shouldn't vote for somebody that went to school with us, because I'm pretty sure they were sniffing up some coke, sleeping with some teachers, fucking doing all the bad stuff, and now they're in control of our city. I'll put that on their mama. They were doing that shit.
I hope they didn't. Hope they
I'll
didn't.
fucking put money on that they were doing fucking coke off somebody's ass crack. Fucking telling me they went to South and now they're the mayor. Like, get the fuck out. What the hell? No wonder why everything's gone to shit. God,
Oh, shit.
come on.
It's you when you see individuals that you have grown up with and you see what they're in, you're just like, how'd that happen? What path did you go down that you're like, I be the pappy? What happened there where you wanted to do that? You wanted to take control. You know what I
That's a
mean? And it's just like I see so many individuals when it comes to stuff like that, like when the whole marijuana thing happened, and just seeing how these individuals were, and I'm like, wow, and you're still doing the same shit. But wait,
Yeah.
you're way more successful than me, and you're still doing the same shit on the bullshit.
But that comes down to morals, T. At
Yes,
some point,
yes.
I personally, I'm going off of faith. I'm
Mm,
going off of faith that I do what's right. And I had a little breakdown with my sister. I was like, I
yeah.
don't understand why these people that have done me wrong are living great fucking lives. They're on jet skis and they're acting like they were the victim and all that
Hmm.
stuff. And
Yeah.
it takes me 1 second to make a phone call to ruin their fucking
I feel
careers.
you. I feel
One
you.
second to ruin their careers, but I'm not that type of person.
I feel you.
It's us believing in faith rather than taking the dark road.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
I'll tell you this,
That's
if
true.
we really wanted to, with our mindsets and how we do things, but we do it
Oh,
the right way, if we
absolutely.
did it the wrong way, bitch, we'd be in fucking money.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
That's what I'm
telling you, we'd be
saying.
in money and you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you guys this because if we ever come across money, know that it came clean. Because if it
Right.
came dirty, you would not know.
You would
You would
not know.
not fucking know.
You would not fucking know. Hmm.
I just can't do it.
Yep.
I just can't
Yep.
do it.
Yep. Hmm. Yep. Ah. Yep. Hmm.
Well, we just continue to do what we do. I'm going off of faith.
Yeah, that's all we can do, man. Trust the process. Like keep our family in mind, keep our friends in mind, our close ones in mind, and just keep it moving, man. Like there is a lot of distraction. I wouldn't say temptation, but it's more so distraction that can knock us off our swivel. And it's just like we just got to keep it going. It's like
Yeah.
once we fall off that swivel and head to the other side, it's like I don't know, I don't know, I don't know what we'd be capable of if we hit that dark side. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
I there are days where I had to sit back and just like I'm telling you, I've been
Yeah,
digging deep in that Bible because like, man,
yeah,
there are days where and there were past couple days, especially now, like I told T I've been heavily like working out and stuff and I think
yeah.
that's been helping with my mental health and
Mhm,
stuff like that
mhm.
because it does help. At the
Right.
same time, like there was a moment where I was just like, bro, it'd take me 2 seconds to be the worst
I'm
fucking
saying.
villain in the world
I'm
and
saying.
become just like everybody else, and
Mhm,
nobody would think different because that's what successful people look like.
mhm.
Or
Yep.
the evil in the world is successful.
Yep.
Most of
Yep.
them.
Most of
Most.
them. Yeah, most of them.
There's some good ones.
There are some
We
good
can't even
ones.
look in the fucking church because they'd be asking for 20.
See. And
Yo,
even
baby needs to give me $20. What?
run me that money. Run me them pockets. Exactly. And then
Oh,
for him to say, everybody that's in my congregation, I know y'all, but y'all got to give me 100. Nigga, what?
no.
No, you're tripping.
He's sweating. He's like, we got to do this now. Then Russians. I mean, God,
I
God says I owe him.
Gaza. I
I got
mean,
you. I went to Vegas. I fucked up.
I'm like Bruno Mars out here. I gotta make appeta and I gotta make juicy wet over
just,
here.
just put some hot sauce on it. I suck that dick right now.
Please, I did
Fucking
wrong.
turned into Dave Chappelle. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. This ain't the first penis I had in my line of work.
Oh man,
Oh, the fucking guy. But
fucking
yeah,
shit.
I feel you, Notch.
T. Yeah.
I feel
Let's
you.
wrap this up with some
Let's do it.
recommendations and shit
Recommendations,
real
man.
quick,
So what movies
bro.
recommending? 'Cause I got a
So
couple.
movies. I got more TV shows and songs, but I did watch Mufasa
Okay,
on
what'd
Disney.
you think?
It was good.
It was
It
good.
was
I hated
it
the
was good.
songs. I hated the songs.
It was yeah. When you grow up with Disney and you're used to all the great songs.
Hmm.
I don't even think I remember any of the songs from
Oh, I
Mufasa.
do. Brother, that's my brother. I was like, oh, hated that
Maybe I didn't pay
song.
attention that much,
You
so I was
didn't
just
pay
like,
attention.
I
It was
didn't
like
pay.
it was
Dude,
like I just can't wait to
it
be
was a good
King
movie, but it
S.
wasn't great.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it
What
was a good
about
movie, but it wasn't great.
what was the other one with the white lion? Aha! What he said some shit. I was like, this is a whack ass song.
Just sing aha. He's singing fucking Take On Me. Take on me.
I
What's that
thought
movie that I watched?
I thought Mufasa was a great movie. I didn't like the music though. Except I did like the when Mufasa and what's her name? Nashira. I loved that song was good. It was good, but it wasn't Can You Feel the Love Tonight? It wasn't
I
on
thought
that
that was
scale.
Sarabi. Was it not
Sarabi, my
Sarabi?
bad. It's Sarabi, my bad.
Okay.
Nashira's another one. Yeah,
Okay, I was just like, fuck, dude, I
yeah,
need to rewatch it. I don't know what the fuck happened.
yeah.
Mufasa had a fucking side piece? What? Jesus.
That's why
No.
Scar hates him.
Mufasa
That's
was good, was a decent movie. And I say it wasn't good, or it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was like
yeah,
that mixture of like,
yeah, yeah,
it's there.
yeah.
Another movie that wasn't bad but wasn't good, and I'm leaning more towards it was bad, was that Electric State with
Oh yeah, you and I were
Millie
talking
Bobby
about it.
Brown.
I heard it was
Yeah.
garbage because you said
Yeah.
like if she's not playing an English person
Yeah.
and her playing an
11.
American like 11S
Yeah.
character, she just sounds like 11 all the
Yeah.
time. And I
Yep.
get it. I can see that.
Millie Bobby Brown is an English actor that can only do an English accent really, really well. If not, she sounds like 11.
Yeah.
That's exactly, you hit it.
Yeah.
She paused a lot when she was talking, which kind of made her seem like she had been stuck in a psych ward like 11 was. I was just
Okay.
like, dude,
Yep.
she's just like,
Yep.
waffles? I'm like, why are you pausing?
It's
You can
died.
just talk.
Recognized.
You're
Yeah.
good. I can hear you a lot
Oh
clearer now.
no, it stopped. It fucking stopped.
Mine's still recording. No, you're good. Mine's recording.
You sure? Because it said recording stopped
Yeah, it says,
on
no,
my
mine
end.
still shows an hour.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Is-
I can see that when it comes to her playing that character.
Yeah.
I just yeah, I want to see the movie because I do want to see like the CGI and stuff like that in it, but I feel like the movie's gonna lack that
Yeah.
that proponent. Yeah,
And then they were like, well, this is for kids. And it's like, well, the fucking robots are cussing left or right. So I don't know. I don't
just
know.
like they said,
I don't
Deadpool
get
was
it.
for kids.
Yeah. It's what it is. It is what it is.
Hmm.
I actually have really good TV show
Okay,
recommendations.
I do too.
Like, top of the line, fucking amazing.
Okay,
I just finished, and I'm upset that it's only 4 or 5 episodes. But Netflix came with a miniseries called Adolescence.
I heard that's good.
That was a great fucking show,
Okay.
and I don't understand why it just ended.
Uh,
And they're not making a second one. They
what?
said that it is what it is. That's his story. It was made that specific way. He's like the director said, I know that certain people, which he was probably calling out Americans, need
Oh,
more. Give
okay,
me more. He
okay.
was like, that's just how it is. It is what it is. It's
I
the
feel
show.
that, but it's true.
I mean,
It's
it
true.
is. Yeah. Which we don't need more. I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, what just happened?
Yeah.
Like it
Mhm.
ended, and then it was just like showing me movies to recommend, and I was just like, wait, did I
Did I finish this
fucking
shit?
blank out? Like, what?
And
This
see,
what?
the only American TV show that I have ever seen that has ended how it should, and there shouldn't be a sequel, shouldn't be any more seasons, is The Leftovers. 3
The
seasons
Leftovers.
from start to finish.
Yeah,
That's it. That was such a good show. Fuck, that was such a good show.
yeah. This one was only 4 or 5 episodes. It was good.
Okay.
English actors, they did really, really well. It
Mm-hmm.
really showed, and it was just crazy. That little
Okay.
boy that was the main character
Mm.
ish. Like I thought he was the main character. It was just weird. You have to
Oh,
watch it. I don't
okay.
know.
Okay.
It was just different. It didn't like there was a main character, then the family was the main thing, and it was yeah, it was good.
Okay.
One thing that I do like is the dad. He was Irish Scottish. You could
Okay.
tell by his accent.
Uh,
They kind of had like a Cockney accent to it, and
okay.
it's like, bro, if I could have an accent, it would be that.
Maybe that one.
Because he was they. I love how English people talk,
It's
dude. They
tight,
say
right?
bruv. They
It's
say bruv a
bruv.
lot
Hmm.
instead of brother,
Yep.
and I'll catch myself saying that because I
Hmm.
watch a lot of English
Yep.
people, and I'm like, bruv, come on, and I'm like, stop saying bruv.
See, I do it
Nobody's
all
gonna
the
catch that.
time. I do it all the time, and I say I go to yard instead of go to the house.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I'd be catching that. I'm like, dude, if I can learn the queen's tongue, that'd be dope.
it'd be so sick. Hmm. Yeah, I
He
watch
was saying
too
some
many
crazy
British
stuff, and the whole
shows.
time I was more interested in the way he was talking, the dad,
Hmm.
because he was talking about, he's like, first we go to the shop, and then we'll go to the picture instead of the movies. They call it the
Mm,
picture.
okay.
He's
Yep.
like, we go to the picture, and then we go get a bit to eat.
Yep.
And I was like, a bit to eat?
Yep.
What, a
Yeah.
bite?
Sometimes they
You say
go.
a fucking bite?
Sometimes they'll be like, I'm going to the cinema, or like what else do they say? I was chilling in my garden. So a backyard's a garden.
Yeah, garden.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, just like, and a truck is a lorry. Like, just, yeah, pence and pounds and peas. And yeah.
telling you, give me, man, go. I'll go to Manchester. Give me like 3 months. I'll learn that shit quick.
Okay. So
I'll be coming out with an accent.
you should watch, Top Boy. That if you want to know how they talk in Top Boy, that's how the roadmen talk. Roadmen is like our
Mm,
gangsters.
yeah.
Watch Top Boy. You're going to learn the lingo real
Dude,
quick.
I love the way people like Cockney accent, that
And
like
Luther
gangster,
with Idris Elba.
that like Cockney accent where they're
Hmm.
just like,
Yep.
bruv, like
Hmm.
get. I love it. That's why
Yep.
those GTA streamers, they're
Yeah.
all from Europe,
Yep.
and I think I like it because the way they
Yep.
talk. They
Yep.
be playing, they're like, "Come on, bruv,
Yep.
get out of here with
Yep.
that nonsense." I'm like, "Yes,
Yep.
fucking bruv." Like,
Exactly. Hmm. I'm with you there.
um, Adolescence was a great movie. We were talking about Common Side Effects.
Okay.
That
Yes.
is a great fucking show. I think the first season's about to end tomorrow.
Okay.
Um,
That's on HBO Max,
it
right?
it's on HBO
Okay.
Max. It's only 22 minutes. It is a animation, but it's about a dude that finds a mushroom that heals all, and Big Farm finds out about it,
Oh
and they put a
shit.
hit out on him.
Okay.
And
That sounds crazy.
it's like a joke that Hollywood does, and I told my brother and my sister, I was like,
Hmm.
it's kind of bad that Hollywood's allowed to make this and we love this show,
Okay.
but in real life, we know this is fucking
You're
happening.
right.
Like, there was in the newspapers, I saw that South Korea found a cure to reverse diabetes with their own cells. They just have to use a certain type of medicine.
Hmm.
And then somebody found a cure to reverse some cancers. I think it was China.
Okay.
Why aren't we fucking jumping on them on their dicks, dude?
Right.
Like, Donald Trump, go suck their dicks to get that. Like, if anybody's dicks need to be sucked, it not doesn't need to be the Middle Easterns for the fucking
Hmm.
oil and for your
Yeah, we're
fucking
over
new
that.
casinos out there.
Hmm.
You need to go suck their dicks to get cures.
But
And
yet he's
not
slapping
somebody,
tariffs on them.
yeah, like,
Hmm.
dude, they're saying they're curing diseases,
That's
and
crazy.
it's because Big Farm doesn't want them to do that.
Hmm.
And that's what that show's about. It's
Okay.
about Big Farm trying to hush this guy that's trying to use medicinal and nature instead of pharmaceuticals.
That's
It's
dope.
funny. I
Okay.
fucking love it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
My last one was The Residence.
The Resident.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It has the girl from, it has Kim Jong Un from The Interview. What's
Oh,
his
yeah,
name?
yeah, yeah. He's from Fresh Off the Boat.
From Fresh Off the Boat,
Yeah.
or Jim.
Okay.
He's Jim from
R- uh,
from The Office.
Asian Jim.
He's in it, and then the girl from Orange Is the New Black, Crazy Eyes.
Oh, the
If you've seen
okay.
Orange Is the New Black,
Okay. Okay.
she's a detective. And just quick story short, she is a detective from Washington D.C.
Okay.
There is a party being thrown for the Australian Prime Minister from the president, and in the White House, somebody gets murdered.
Okay.
But she comes in and she locks down the White House, and she's she's investigating this murder, but she's also a bird watcher. She's a birder.
Okay.
So she talks about birds while doing this investigation, and she's very like off the wall.
Oh
I
shit.
fucking love it, dude.
Okay.
If you like Wes Anderson movies like Fantastic Mr.
Oh,
Fox
yes,
or
yes,
stuff
yes.
like that, and how
Hmm.
they talk and their dialogue,
Yeah.
how it's very, very fast, same fucking dialogue. I
Okay.
loved it, dude.
Interesting.
Probably that's probably my show of the year is The Resident.
Okay.
I was I
Okay.
was excited about that one. That one was
Okay.
great.
So I'm gonna start out with the movie that I watched. I watched The Substance with Demi Moore.
Oh, I heard that was good.
Oh fuck, Notch. That movie's crazy. Oh my
Yeah,
god, that movie's crazy. It just shows
I heard
how
that was really good.
Hollywood, when you see like the old actors where they become to this way and they see someone that was just like them and they envy them and they'll do
Mm,
anything in their power to get that youth back to do how this one is. Fuck. It's scary. It reminded me of The Fly, like Jeff Goldblum's The Fly, and
yeah,
like
it looks kind of sci-fi
it
because I
is
saw
kind of sci-fi and
during Conan's
body
Oscar thing.
snatchers.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Conan's Oscar thing. He like crawled out of Demi Moore's back,
Yes. Oh
and I was
fuck.
just like, "What the
You
fuck?"
yeah, that fucking movie is crazy. And the girl that's the young girl that's in it,
Hmm.
so hot. She's a
I
great
saw her.
actress. She's
Yeah.
from The
Yeah.
Leftovers.
Oh, really?
She's a daughter from The Leftovers, and she acts her ass off in The Leftovers too.
Yeah.
That yeah,
Yeah. I saw a picture of her, and I was like, "Wow, she's
yeah, yeah, Mr. Fox.
you are absolutely glowing today."
That's a great movie. TV show that I just finished. Two TV shows I finished up. Reacher. Jack fucking Reacher.
Oh yeah, Jack Reacher. Yeah.
That series is so good. It's more like those easy watching ones, but he's
Yeah.
just a badass military dude fucking people up. We just finished the last
Who is
episode.
Reacher?
Alan
What is?
Rickson.
Okay.
Alan Richardson. He's from Blue Mountain, that show they had on
Blue
FX.
Mountain State.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's from there. He works his ass off. Such a good show. Um, the show that's my show of the year, Paradise. I told you about that one.
Oh yeah, I started watching that one.
Paradise is my show of the year.
Yeah.
That one's
That one I
like,
need to
yeah,
finish.
yes.
I need to finish that one. That one was
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
What episode are
That
you on
one,
that one?
I think I'm on episode 3. I
Okay,
forgot I was even watching that.
okay.
What is that on? So I can
Hulu.
Hulu.
It's on
I'll
Hulu.
watch one tonight.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one was pretty
Paradise.
crazy.
Paradise
I
is fucking
actually
crazy.
I liked Paradise even if they got rid of the whole destruction of the world thing.
Okay,
Like
got you.
just the whole him having to investigate another
Hmm.
murder in the White House,
Yep.
like that shit was just crazy
Yeah.
on its own.
Yeah.
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 And
It's
then they were like,
interesting.
he was he took a bullet and then he was pissed and I was like, why the fuck are you pissed, dude? Stop being a bitch. Like he's fucking saying, come have a drink, go have a drink.
Yep.
But then it goes deeper and then
Yeah, it
uh,
gets deep too, and like you're just like, holy fuck. I don't like that bitch Sinatra.
is she
She's the
the
she's the
the detective?
no, she's kind of she seems like she's the one that's running the show.
Oh. Have I met her in the first
You've
one?
seen her in the first episode where she goes, "This is my city. Build my city."
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
her.
Okay.
That's her.
I thought you were talking about the girl that sits down with the FBI or whatever the what do they call them? The
Secret
president of
Service.
police, Secret Service.
Hmm.
When you know that
Yep.
scene where they're in the diner
Yep.
and they're eating the cheese fries, and she's like,
Yes.
"Enjoy the cheese fries." They were like freaking out because they don't get the
Because
cheese.
they
I
don't
was
get
like, "Dude,
yeah.
that's crazy."
And she's a
And then
psychiatrist.
yeah,
Hmm.
that girl.
Yep.
She ends up sleeping with him, and she's
Yeah.
like in the shower, and
Yep.
she's like, "Now I can talk."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"What?
It gets.
Why do you want to talk while they're getting freaky? Like,
Hmm.
shut up."
It gets. Yeah. It gets a little crazy. That's my show of the year. That show was crazy. Yeah.
You already finished it?
I already
Pretty
finished
sweet.
it. Yep. I already finished it.
Nice.
They're already filming season 2. Hmm.
Damn. Song recommendations. I have 2,
Okay.
and then we could wrap it up after your song recommendations. But I
Okay.
have that one song I sent to you. Very,
Yes.
very,
FK
very,
Twigs.
very, yeah. FKA Twigs or
Hmm.
whatever her name is,
Yeah.
Childlike Things, with Northwest. Is that her name?
Yes.
Northwest.
Hmm. I seen
Yeah.
a little bit of the video.
Dude, she did good. I was
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
She actually raps in Japanese.
Okay.
And I was like, good for her.
Okay,
Like,
that's
that's
dope.
dope.
That's dope.
But the whole like artistic view of that music
Oh, it's
video, definitely need
crazy.
to see the music
Yeah.
video. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Plus, Silent Bob is in it. Kevin
Okay.
Smith.
Okay.
My other one I found off of Instagram. I don't even think he's that big, but he is on Apple Music. His name is Juice Cuz.
Okay. Haven't heard of him.
I'll send this to you right now. The
Okay.
song is like, remember back in the day we had the song "Fuck You." That one was
Yes.
like, "Fuck, fuck what I said. Don't mean shit
Mm-hmm.
now. Fuck all the pieces."
Yeah.
This is a "fuck you" song, but like to the worst. It's
Oh.
called "I Hope the Worst."
Okay.
And this dude talks so much mad shit, but it's so good.
Okay.
Like I just think it's funny. Not like I would send it to anybody, but
Yeah.
like it's funny. He says like, "I hope when you twerk they see doo 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 doo." He's like, "I hope they see doo doo fucking balls hanging from your ass." And then
Oh.
he's like, "No, I hope there's nothing wrong with your kid, but I hope it cries all night." Like,
Okay.
Jesus, dude.
Okay.
It's so good. It's called I Hope the Worst. It's
Okay.
fucking amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
I got three songs. The first one, since we were talking about the government, Macklemore, "Fucked Up."
Oh yeah, you sent that to me.
Did
We
I
saw
send it to
that. I
you?
saw that video.
Okay,
Yeah, that shit
okay.
was
That
nuts.
shit's fucking yeah. He's speaking.
I was like, Macklemore's gonna get
He's
killed.
gonna get killed, man, or canceled. I hope not, Macklemore. Like that was a
He
good
won't.
song, man.
He's from Seattle. They don't cancel people from
You're
Seattle. He's
right.
just gonna get. He's just gonna disappear. They're gonna be like, what happened to Macklemore? Oh, he's a crackhead on the streets
Oh
now.
yeah,
He does crack.
he's
Yeah,
living under the
he does.
bridge.
He does. Yeah. All of a sudden, he fell off a third story balcony because he was doing
Yeah,
crack.
like that shit keeps happening.
Hmm.
The other song that I have is it's called "Mutt" by Leon Thomas. It's such a chill vibe song.
Oh yeah, you sent that to me
Oh
too.
yeah, we were talking about him from Disney. Yeah,
Yeah,
or not
listeners,
Disney,
if you don't know where
iCarly.
Leon Thomas is from, he was from Victorious.
Oh, Victorious.
Yeah,
Okay,
he was. What is his name?
I can't remember his name in Victorious.
He was the dude that played the. It was crazy because he was the musical one.
Yep,
He's the one that he actually wrote a lot of the songs for Victorious and stuff like that. So
he's wrote a couple for people.
yeah,
Hmm. And
he
then
definitely has.
my last song is "Just Us" by Jack Harlow and Doja Cat.
Jack Harlow came out with
Hmm.
another song.
Yep, him and Doja Cat.
Yeah,
Hmm.
nice.
Yep. So those are my
You guys
three.
love Jack
I
Harlow,
love
huh?
Jack Harlow, man. When I first seen him the first time when he came out with his second album, went to see him. So I've seen him twice
Yeah,
so far. I love Jack Harlow. He's tight. He's tight. That white boy's tight. He has swag. He has charisma.
that, one-
He's just
that white
funny.
boy is tight. He's good. I'm
Yeah.
not. Everybody that I know, they love him.
Yeah.
I think when you went to go see him, I had about 4 or 5 people that I knew that were going to go see him too. I
Okay.
was like, damn,
Jack Harlow's
apparently I need
nice.
to jump on this
Yeah.
train.
Jack Harlow's
Train.
nice.
Trying to think. Somebody was coming in Denver, and I was excited. Oh, bro, real quick before we end this,
Hmm.
Colorado Springs Comic Con is going to be hard this year.
I heard.
So is Denver Comic Con. I'm very tempted to go to both of them.
Yeah.
At first, I was only going to go to Colorado Springs because if they finish it, the whole cast from Psych is going to be there, which I'm
Okay.
excited because I
Okay.
love Psych. But on top of it, the voice actors from Avatar were all going to be there,
Okay.
which is going to
Okay.
be huge.
Let me see
There
real
were a
quick.
lot of fucking people that
Colorado
were going to be
Springs
there.
Comic Con.
I think only Colorado Springs has it up right now, not Denver. Denver hasn't announced anything.
Um. Okay, it's happening in August. So
I'm for sure probably going to go to Springs.
okay. Okay, so she's a voice actor from a lot of oh shit, dude from Chainsaw Man? That's hard.
Oh, that's the other one. So Clerks is going to be there. So
Okay.
all you Kevin Smith, everybody from Clerks is going to be there. And then the other fan favorite, which is one of my favorite movies, Starship Troopers, dude.
Oh, that's sick.
Bro, Starship Troopers are going to be there.
Oh yeah, Brian O'Harlan from fucking Clerks is gonna be there.
Mhm. Kevin Smith's going to be there.
Dinah Miller from freaking Starship
Jason Mewes will be
Troopers.
there. the voice
Oh
actor from.
yeah, Jason Lee's gonna be there.
Yep.
Maggie Newsom. Oh, that looks sick.
Dude, Colorado Springs Comic Con is gonna go hard.
Oh shit! Timothy Amundsen that plays
Yeah.
Kane from
Yep.
Supernatural. That's
Yep.
sick.
Because he's from Psych.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, that's fucking sick. All right, Notch.
And
We may have
then
to hit that.
that one's Colorado Springs, which would
Yeah.
be easy for us. But Denver Comic Con, I could have swore they already announced. Let me look it up
Did
real
they?
quick.
Denver.
Okay, so Denver Comic Con, William Shatner is going to be
Oh,
there.
that's crazy.
The Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker, she's going to be there.
Okay.
That's what I was excited. Ashley Greene from Twilight was going to be there. But my
Ooh,
favorite
I haven't seen
is
her in a minute. I'd love to see her.
Danny Bosco, or
Okay.
Dante Bosco from Avatar.
Okay.
It looks like all Twitter has been announced, or
John Boyega.
Twilight has been announced.
John Boyega too, from Star Wars.
Yep.
Damn, a lot of Twilight's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Ernie
Ernie Hudson.
Hudson. Oh shit, John Rhys Davies from fucking Sliders.
Mm-hmm. So they just started announcing their stuff right now.
Oh, that's cool.
That Jason Isaacs, isn't that the dude from what did he play in Harry Potter?
Jason Isaacs.
I'm pretty sure that's what's his name.
Let me see. He's Malfoy's dad, Lucius.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Lucius. Yeah,
Yep, he's gonna be there too.
sick. Damn, that looks dope as hell. All right. Well,
Dude, so Springs has already got me. Now I'm
yeah.
wanting to see what Denver's gonna do, so
Damn.
definitely gonna have to check out Springs for sure.
Well, cool ones. You know where we're gonna be at come July and August. So,
Shit,
y'all.
we'll have our own table.
Yeah,
We're gonna make our own comic books.
we make some comic books. Reporting live. We'll do a podcast while we're at the Comic Con.
Dude, we should do that.
That'd
We
be
should do a
sick.
comic. We should do a fucking um a video vlog.
Oh, that'd be sick. I was thinking about doing a pop-up pod. You know how they do pop-up shops, but like a
Hmm.
pop-up pod and like record live, have merch, have a
Bro, we should have
DJ.
asked Ito. I know this is going way off. They're about to
Okay.
do a live show and they were looking for vendors. We should ask. Well, I don't know
Oh.
when their show's coming up soon though,
Okay.
so it might be a little bit too late. But we should have done. I didn't even think about that.
Okay.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool to
We'll
go and do.
brainstorm. Yeah, we'll brainstorm.
We
Okay.
fucking dress up as somebody for Comic Con.
That'd be sick.
I'll dress up as Bob's Burgers and nobody will dress up with me.
Nobody would know. Oh shit. Well, guys, you guys already know what to do. YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, chat, notification bell on Spotify platforms, Apple Podcast platforms. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, tell a friend to tell a friend, and your mama and them to listen to your favorite podcast with your boys from the Mile High City or the Mile High State, 5280, whatever it is. Cool Attire Shop. What else?
He, you just shouting out Denver.
I know I did. That's what I said. That's why. That's why. I
Big
stopped.
shout out for Denver
And
for
I
all
was
I love
like-
out there, but we're it's like 5280. That's just Denver.
I was like, yeah, that's
Pretty sure we're lower.
Yeah, we are lower.
I could breathe down here. I can't breathe up there.
Southern
all
Colorado,
fucked up.
SoCo area,
The SoCo area.
the whole SoCo
Yeah,
area.
SoCo.
Yep. But
No,
yeah,
but yeah, what T said, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Definitely share. Comment. I was about to say chest. Comment with your chest.
comment chest.
Chest, comment.
Comment
Just
chest.
do what you need to do.
Yes, guys, and you know what? Keep your faith. It's a process. Keep doing what you're doing, like Notch said. Like, we're all in this together, man, and just keep grinding, keep moving, and just do what you got to do, man. That's it. But
Yeah, look out for more content.
Yeah.
Check out all the pages. Make sure you guys are participating and answering some of those questions because
Yep.
they love hearing that you guys don't like fucking bananas.
yeah, like it's weird.
Fucking raisins.
It's fucking weird.
All the weird shit that we ask.
And make sure you watch those shows and those movies because we're gonna spoil some shit for you.
Yeah, I want to talk. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So,
Definitely check out all that stuff. But
hmm
until next time, man.
yep. Till next time. This was a long one. Hey, man, life is random.
Life is cool.
Hey, man. Till next time. Peace.